1. Go.
All right, folks. Welcome back to Wildemount / Call of the Netherdeep. I almost forgot the name of the campaign that we are currently running because here we are. Welcome back. Session 2. Here we go. So last time in our campaign, we began with our 4 intrepid folks making their way to Jorhas for a multitude of reasons. They all kind of ended up over here in the Fever Gulf Lake near the eyes of the lake. Eventually, the 4 of them made their way up to the traveling city of Urzin up here, a little village on the top of giant razorback tortoises. And as they entered into the village, they met with the leader of the traveling goblinoid village, who said that their protector, the warlock witch of the village, she went to collect her normal ingredients for spells and potions and things like that, which she does quite regularly. This time, however, she did not return. So they wanted to send out a party to try and figure out what's happening to her, as they know that there is a humanoid encampment not too far through the woods to the west, which is where you guys started traveling with the assistance of Morgid, the hobgoblin, who begrudgingly has tried to lose you a couple of times, but it has not worked. You have managed to hold on to him and his assistance. You guys found yourselves at this wizard's tower here, where you fought a bunch of giant big-ass spiders, found some cool gear, and took a long rest for the evening. And this is where you find yourself waking up this morning. You did know from Morgid telling you that there is something that's not too far to the west ahead of where you guys were sleeping, but is relatively safe for the evening. So you guys do benefit from a long rest. You leveled up from level 1 to level 2. So those of you who get your subclasses and stuff.
Wait, did I do that?
Yes!
I think everybody did, because everybody gets... We're going to do max HP for levels 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, everyone is level 2.
I got me my subclass, baby.
Yep. You guys found some elven chain and some other items. And this is where you find yourself the morning after. What do you wish to do?
Like a D12 real quick.
Do it. Also, if you want to do
Do it.
anything with your chef feat and make any treats, you are
Oh yeah,
more than welcome.
I'd like to make some treats.
Do it.
I forget how that works, but I know I can.
You can. If you go onto your D&D Beyond sheet and click on features and traits and then feats, basically, you can make, let's see here, I believe, as part of a short rest, you can cook special food. I'll let you do it on a short rest or a long rest, but you can only prepare that many per short rest. So basically every short rest you can make 6 special treats. And then anybody who takes a short rest and regains hit points, they can get an extra 1d8 when they eat those. And also, after a long rest, you can make 2 additional special treats that last 8 hours. And a person can use a bonus action to eat it, and they will get temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus, which right now is 2. So if you eat it as a bonus action, you just get 2 temporary hit points, which, I mean, it's better than none.
It's better.
Wow.
I mean, if you only have
is
like
boss.
15 hit points, that's pretty great. No, this is a really great feat. It's
No, I
kind of
love it.
mediocre, but it's kind of great. And
then we're gonna work together, as we talked about before.
Yeah.
Because I think personally the feat needs work to be what it should be, and it's gonna be the more ingredients and more specialty items that you find and work with, then I'll give additional buffs to your treats. Like maybe you get a bonus con for however many hours, or bonus movement, or however you mix them up, we'll kind of work it together, and we'll make a.
I,
By the
I
end of
really
this,
want to
I
find
assume
like
we're gonna have a
specific
cookbook.
foods that do specific buff. Yes, that's
Oh
exactly what I
my
want.
god,
I
can we
love that.
can all of us like collectively work on a party cookbook and actually make it
Yes.
a thing? Like we should make a
Sure.
Google Doc and all contribute to it.
Oh my god.
You guys
I'm
do
okay
that,
with
and
this.
then I can figure out the mechanical buffs that the food can present to it, or we'll work together, you and I, and we will figure out what makes the most sense mechanically.
We rolled for favorite foods, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, at least
So
I did. My
mine,
favorite
let's
food
see.
is some plantain.
So we're
food.
gonna figure out how to make them.
Let's see. My favorite food is spanferkel, an expensive dish of suckling pig roasted and served at royal parties.
There you go.
I know mine was
I
a
can't
drink
wait to
of
make
some
that.
kind, but I have to look in my other notes. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well,
Oh.
Screw the
Okay.
camp. Screw the Netherdeep. We're gonna open a freaking restaurant.
I mean, you
I,
could,
We
I
can have it
literally
next
said that my
to-
character's main goal is to open up a bakery, right? Like
Let's
this,
Yeah.
this is
let's open a bakery next to the Netherdeep.
in the Netherdeep.
No, just right next door.
Just so that you can stock up before you.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
You know, you see, if the Netherdeep is right here, we're right there.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, as you guys, I'm assuming you're preparing some of those this morning.
yes. I'm a prepare some snacks.
Cool. So you can make 2 of those snacks, and right now we'll just go with the base abilities of what they do, and then we'll figure out the additional buffs and stuff later. But
Yeah.
so right now you can make 2 treats per long rest that will give the temporary hit points, and then if you guys short rest, you can hand out additional treats and regain an additional 1d8. Which, fun fact, also stacks with Song of Rest with bards. So you can have a d8 and a d6 on top of your resting.
Guys, if you
Holy
just use
shit.
one hit die, you can get basically 3 hit dice.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
That is the
Talk
best.
about
I love
stacking
it.
Buffs. But
But I want to
it.
die. I don't want to heal.
so
You're just like, but
Uh,
I'm trying to die. Stop it.
with it being the morning and you guys putting together your packs and having breakfast and getting your snacks put together and all that jazz, you have Mr. Morgid, who is not looking like he is trying to stick around. You can try. He kind of points to where you need to go. He points off to the west and says, "Keep traveling that way. You'll eventually find the fort. Yeah, that's where you can go if you want to go there. But yeah. So I'm hit the old dusty trail. By that I mean the swamp. So Morgan's gonna try and leave. So you're
Oh
both-
no, it's not gonna stop him. I don't know about you guys.
I'm just curious. I'm curious, so I'm going to say, Morgit. Why is it that you do not finish this task you were set along with us?
Because I don't like you. I don't
Oh,
like
well-
outsiders.
That is fair. I don't think any of us like you either.
I mean,
But-
that's fair too.
The feeling's sort
this.
of mutual.
Well,
Know this.
mm,
Keep going. If you come back and betray us, I will kill you.
I'll help.
I'm sure you will. All right. Well, you
I'm
just
pretty
need
help.
to you need to head this way and then that way. So well, good luck. And Morgan just dips into the swamp and just. Morgan's gone.
I'm going to turn to everybody else and I will say,
I thought he'd never leave.
today, this star that guides us is Podvig, and it is a aspect of Melora. So I suppose I should have been more compassionate, but I did not want to.
Sorry, did you say that the star that was guiding us was vegan? I don't know if I trust that.
What is this vegan?
Oh, I think it means that you don't eat anything that comes from animals, but I think it's very restricting overall. There's
Hmm.
lots of good foods that come from animals.
I have not heard this. But
It
no,
can be really tasty.
that is not what I said.
But what did you say? Sorry.
I said Podwig, the constellation, the group of stars, the waterfall, Podwig.
I don't really know a whole lot about stars.
Do you want to?
Can you cook with them?
Not directly, I don't think.
You know, maybe we should get moving.
Ah, indeed, yes.
All right. So who wants to take the lead for the the leading of the group through through this swampy forest?
Well, my survival / navigation is real good, so I can give it a try.
Sure, I will be in the back of the group.
All
My
right. So
survival isn't terrible, but it's also not particularly good. But granted, I'm not particularly good at anything.
I
okay.
I have a +6 to survival.
I mean, I have a +4, which wasn't that bad. But yeah, let's go with the +6.
I'm gonna stay in the
Now
back
that
because
I've said
I
that,
got
I'm
a
probably going to roll
+3.
a 1.
All right. Go ahead and give me survival.
14.
Cool. 14. So you guys start making your way
Making my way.
this way. I'm gonna go ahead and put Greenie behind. What is the marching order that you guys wish to be in? I'm assuming Greenie and Knopf are gonna be beside each other.
No, I'm behind him.
You're behind him. Okay.
I'm behind him. I don't want to be friends.
He's gonna make you his friend. He said. All
I
right.
mean, I'll be in front, but I mean that doesn't preclude anybody walking with me.
That's
So
fair. All right. So we'll just
I'm gonna like awkwardly be behind you, like not
So like
quite
that.
beside you, not
Okay.
walking like hand in hand because I'm too awkward for that.
So
that.
like in my
like-
blind spot, so I have to keep like turning my head because you're just right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
It's like kind of annoying.
Right.
As you
It
guys
is.
are marching swampily and your feet are nice and deep and moist through the woods and the forest, you get to about here and you see that there, as you're forging onward through the marsh, the mist starts to clear a little bit to reveal a lone hillock crowned with a thicket of low-hanging mangrove trees. This bramble-covered knoll looks to be a perfect spot to take a respite from the waters of the swamp. It's about 3 or 4 feet elevated out of the water at its highest point. As you start to approach it. But if you guys want to, you can give me nature or perception checks to see if you see anything around here.
I have one really important question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a regular knoll?
It is a swampy, grassy knoll.
Okay.
Is it a bloodfang knoll?
No, it's not.
I will do a nature check because for some reason I'm god at nature.
It's because it's an intelligence check.
Yeah, I say this, I'm gonna get a natural 1.
Probably. Also, dark mode, so good.
It is so much better. Oh my god, everyone I recommend it.
Dark mode for roll 20.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with your perception checks and really just with Carrie's perception check because it was a DC 18 perception or 14 nature. You see that the hill itself looks like it's moving a little bit. It looks similar to your barbarian friend, but on a much larger scale. And then anybody who wants to can give me a history check if you want. Do the hills have eyes? Well, it is the weekend.
Can we all do history?
Yeah.
Oh, my hot dice are not hot
Here,
anymore.
I'll do one for your bard boy up in here too.
History.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, damn.
Even with a 17, it just looks like the giant back of a turtle shell.
Hmm.
Don't know anything in particular about it. You guys haven't been in this area necessarily long enough to know the local lore. Maybe Morgan probably knows, but you know, he left.
Fuck that guy.
He left. We didn't really care. So
Fuck that guy. Oh no.
oh
I
no.
I am not used to the swamps, but is should that be moving? That there with the shell
Um,
hill.
I mean, I don't really know a whole lot about. It's a little bit racist that you think I'd know about it. Honestly, we're completely different things. I really don't know a whole lot. I'm sorry.
As you are starting to stare at it and you're talking about this giant hill, which looks kind of like a turtleback, turtle shell, should I say, it does start to kind of move, and you see this giant armored head kind of lift its way out of the swamp in front of you. It looks like this. It's just smaller and doesn't have a village on its back. And it looks up.
Really wishing I'd taken that whatever that language is that these things speak, because I almost did and then I didn't.
Goblin.
Well, I might like to have a little word with it.
This one puts his head up and kind of looks around, and you all hear in your head, in common, without this thing opening its mouth or really even staring too much at you. It's more like it's looking past you. It just says, "What are you doing here?"
I'm
It,
looking for new recipes. I don't really know what the rest of them are here for.
The
so you did
disappointment.
hear that.
The disappointment when you didn't say, "What are you doing here in my swamp?"
I almost did.
Did anyone else hear like he wanted to, but he didn't?
Yeah, you hesitated.
I did.
You definitely hesitated.
I did.
I think you should just say it and get out of your system.
Why are you in my swamp?
There you go.
What are you doing in the swamp?
Donkey! Are us four the donkeys to his Shrek?
Oh.
No, I think we're the fairy tale creatures.
Are we though?
We're annoying fairy tale creatures.
Are we okay? Are we? What is it? Are we Shrek 2 fairy? Like beginning of Shrek 1? I mean, where we're all getting kicked out?
Yeah.
Or are we
That's
like?
what I think. I think we're the beginning of Shrek 1 fairy tale creatures.
Okay, that's legit. That checks out.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Okay, so we're not end of Shrek 1 where we come back.
No, we're not end of Shrek 1. We're
Okay.
at the very beginning of Shrek.
Okay. Now that we've got that.
Now that we got our
Hammered out.
Shreks covered, everyone go watch them. They're now on Netflix.
I just did a Shrek marathon like 2 weekends ago.
Nice.
I'm not sorry whatsoever for hijacking this campaign.
Naf, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. We dicked around too much.
You feel this compulsion start to kind of
Talk
take
about
over.
Shrek? I
Start
know.
to take over your body a little bit. You feel like you want to move closer to this, as you hear the voice inside your head that says, "Come closer," but then you just kind of shake it off for a second, like, "I will not be mind controlled today."
Come closer. I have to talk to you about your extended car warranty.
Today, Satan.
I just look at the rest and say, we should leave now. We should leave. And I begin walking a bit further than the rest.
I have no
follow
objection.
when somebody says it's time to go, I go.
Which direction are you guys going?
I will
I don't know whatever direction
I am circling the hill.
Okay. You see, as you start to walk away, the giant turtle, or tortoise, you hear in your head once more, and all it says is, "Good luck. Don't die. I hope you find Bol'bara." Then you hear a
Oh, fuck, how do you-
splash.
Oh. Shoot. Okay. Could have been helpful, but
Well, okay, he
the
could
mind
have been
control
helpful,
not so good.
but he tried mind controlling me all because I'm talking Shrek.
No, I'm on your side here, friend.
All he did was cast the suggestion spell. He was gonna suggest you to come and talk to him, but nope, you ran away.
Hey, listen. Next time, start with, "Hey, I want to talk Shrek with you."
I just want
Maybe I'll actively fail it.
So as you
I
guys,
just want on the
We'll
record, like,
choose to
that's just
fail.
the classic party move of, like, when they want to talk, you don't. When they don't want to talk, you try. Like, that's just how D&D works.
standard party practice.
Yes.
Yeah. If we didn't do that, we wouldn't be very good D&D players, now would we?
I mean, you're not incorrect.
You know,
So-
can I just? I'm sorry. Can I just pause for 1 second and say, Shrek? knowing D&D lore, I feel like Shrek's more of a hag than an ogre.
I agree.
I mean,
Just want to throw that out there.
True.
That's
I
all.
agree.
That's my piece.
true. You are.
I'm done with Shrek for the rest of the game.
Are you though?
I don't
No,
believe
Challenge
you.
accepted.
no, I'm not.
All right. Go ahead and make me survival checks, all of you, as you are maneuvering your way through the swamp woods. I will also do one
Dokey.
Oh my god.
for Mr. Greenie.
Natural 20 on my end.
Nice. 30-20.
Wow, you all rolled really
I
well.
really wanted to leave him. He didn't want to talk about Shrek. It hurt my feelings. I wanted to leave.
As you guys are making your way through, you do find some patches of this swamp that aren't quite as rough and as deep as the others. They're not dry, but they're not 4, 5, 6 feet deep. They're quite easy to maneuver. You spend the majority of the day getting closer and closer, and you can start to hear the sounds of like weapons clanging and almost like a training battleground as you start to get within eyeshot of Fort Venture. So I'll say you're probably a solid quarter mile out, and it's starting to be a little later in the afternoon. The sun's getting real low. There you go. I didn't withhold it that time. And I did almost jump in the wrong channel. I almost just jumped into channel C for some reason. But you guys can hear the evening training activities in Fort Venture. What would you like to do for the...
Remind me, these are Dwendalians?
They believe so, from what
Okay.
the folks over in Urzin told you. They said they're definitely... A lot of them are humanoid for sure.
Okay.
But you're not quite sure. You haven't seen
And
any.
we are here to break out and save the kidnapped or captured goblinoid witch, right?
Yes, whose name is Bol'bara.
Right.
Bol'bara. B-O-L dot apostrophe B-A-R-A.
Bol'bara.
Are
to be
there
confused
any?
with Bol'bara.
You said there was mostly humanoids, but like, are there more like weird humanoids or more like normal humanoids? If that makes any sense.
As far as you have been told, they have only seen
Racist.
normal humans, but they don't know because they try and stay clear of them.
So like from what we can see of those who are training, is it like humans and like I don't know, halflings and elves and shit, or are there any like turtles and shit?
It looks more so like primarily humans from what you can see. I mean, there are many buildings. So from what you can see, you can only see kind of the outside of it because this fort does have a tall wall that barricades the whole thing in, kind of keeping it nice and secure. And you can see atop 2 of the towers at the front of the fort. Actually, I'll just put you on the map. The 2 humans that are standing watch. Bam. You guys are. Whee. You guys are over
And
here.
there's a map. There's a lot of battles. Oh my god, this map is giant.
Yep. So you can see the four guards that are standing atop the 2 guard towers from the front.
Are we still?
I mean, you're
Are
far.
we still in cover? Are we still?
Yeah,
Is
I
there
mean
like enough?
they
Okay.
haven't noticed you guys. I'm basically just putting you on the map so you can see. Because this fort is huge.
Right.
I'm going
You're far enough
to.
away that
I'm
you
gonna
can see
trust you that in game we can see them, but on map I can't because of the walls.
them.
Yep. Same.
Let me do this right quick then. Here, I'll just see if I can do one of these bad boys.
Hey, so guys, listen. This map is big. We may just want to sneak in.
Well, I was wondering what our plan was.
I don't think we have a plan.
Let us perhaps we should stay in cover.
There you go. Can you see the folks now? On the top
Yes.
there. Okay, cool. So basically, you can't see behind them, obviously, so just ignore that. But you can see the 4 guards on the top there. So.
Okay.
And the gate is currently shut, as it stands. So.
Do we have a plan that I didn't know about?
No,
I'm
I
just
think
like,
I
I
think
feel
we
like at this point she would be like nervously eating some jerky or something.
perhaps we retreat back slightly to cover to the side.
I'm really not sneaky.
I just want you to walk back a
I'm
little bit.
as soon as somebody tells me I have to be sneaky, I get real stressed and sweaty.
I don't. Did I say sneaky? I don't
No,
think
but
I
you
said it.
implied it.
Just let us walk back a little bit behind this stand of trees, yes?
Okay.
And I'm just kind of like doing little shoo, shoo, shoo.
Maybe I can help. I don't really do this for other people. But I kind of very awkwardly, nervously walk towards Ono, and I put specifically my right hand on your shoulder, and I uh, cast invisibility.
Oh shit!
Oh.
And just like that, as you see, Nuff walks up and kind of places their hand on Ono's shoulder, just the turtle form of Ono just seems to disappear into thin air.
Oh.
Do I see myself disappear, or do I just have no idea what happened?
You can see yourself and everyone kind of around you as you're looking around. They're still there, but it's almost like you're looking through like beer goggles. They're kind of fuzzy, just a little bit. Like you can make out where everything is without problem, but
I'm picturing
What
like the
did you do?
Doctor Strange spirit world.
yeah.
What's going on?
That is remarkable.
What's happening?
Well,
You're invisible.
Naf has made you disappear.
Yeah,
But I'm still here. Never mind. I'll be quiet.
just okay. You seem more nervous than me. It seemed like you needed it more.
I'm nervous.
I was wondering what would happen if I just walked in.
Up to the very front of the fort.
I'm saying that to the party. I'm wondering what I wonder if it is worth walking in, and perhaps I could find out where. But
feel
I
like
also
it's
I don't want to waste this, and I just gesture broadly in the direction where I think Ono might be.
Oh, I've definitely like moved slightly, like shifted, so you just
Yeah,
gesture.
yeah.
Like,
Ono's
I just, like,
Ono's already like 30 feet away from us.
Right,
like,
yeah.
in a
no,
completely
I'm not like
different
30 feet away,
swamp.
but I'm just kind of like fidgeting.
She's headed home. It's fine. Yeah, so I'm gesturing, and it's not like where you are at all.
I don't think it's a good idea. At least I'm not walking up to the gates. I use my invisibility for this. This is my one good deed for the day. I've been trying to do some good deeds recently. This is my good one good deed for the day, and I usually use it on myself.
I think maybe I'm no longer the most nervous person here.
Oh no, as you're walking around invisible, with your passive perception score, what it is, you notice that there are scores of bear traps hidden among the tall grasses around you in a 40-foot area, just sporadically placed, surrounding the palisade of this fort.
We're in a minefield.
Hey, fun
How
fact,
dare!
there's a lot of bear traps. None of you are bears, are you?
Not right now, but how dare they? And Carrie starts just muttering things that are clearly curses in a different language.
You don't know, you don't actually know what they're saying, but you know the
Oh
sentence.
yeah.
Listen, one of you's invisible. The other one, if he wants to go up there, I'm gonna stay in the bushes and just keep hold of that invisibility. If you want to go up there, you can be my guest. And at the sound of the bear traps, Naf's probably like biting at his nails now.
Well, I did not say I wanted to go in there. I just thought that maybe they would not think I was a threat.
Are you a threat?
Well, I suppose I could be.
Why don't? Well, I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen if you try?
Well, they could kill me.
Oh,
That's
uh,
why.
that's a,
That's why.
that's a,
That's why Ono joins you. She's invisible for a reason.
okay. Let's go.
Ah,
Let's just do it. And
I,
planning too
I,
much
I
makes
have
us
no
bad
objection.
too.
You are invisible, so you can escape if need be. Yes.
Mind you, it is starting to get a little darker in the evening.
And there are
No,
bear traps.
there are bear traps. None of you have any form of dark vision. The fort on the inside is lit, but you can see the sun is setting.
Hey, that's why That's why the
You know?
non-invisible person lights a torch, walks out,
Seize
says,
the day. Yes.
"Hi,"
Exactly. That's what I'm
and
gonna
then
do.
the invisible person is right next to them.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Planning, genius, always gonna work, never
Mhm.
gonna fail.
I'm doing it. This is like first of many bad decisions. Let's go.
Hashtag team genius.
So you're going
Let's
up to
go.
the
I'm
palisade,
lighting
huh?
a torch and I'm picking my way through carefully.
All right. Let me
God
go ahead
damn.
and light up a torch on your person.
They're traps.
Give me 1 second here. So you got a big old set of torchlight.
Great.
As you light up the torch and start walking towards the front of this fort, you see the wooden palisade that encloses Fort Venture stands over 10 feet high and is topped by huge spikes. A gate in the middle of the east wall, the one which you were approaching, is flanked by 2 watchtowers and appears to be the only way in or out of the complex, for good reason. The parapet of the fort's stone keep can be seen rising up from the center of the grounds. Tall grass and knotted brambles partially obscure a well-trodden path that winds up to the gate from the marsh. You maneuver through rows of spiked barricades which are encircling the palisade, completing the appearance of a well-fortified military outpost. As you approach, I'm gonna say at this point you're probably like right here, and whoever is going with you can go. You all go?
I'm going with.
All right,
Oh, I can't move me. Oh, never mind.
you should be able to.
Wait. What? Why can't I?
Is that you moving you?
There we go. Yeah, no, I got it now. I think I was just not on the move character setting.
Gotcha. All right,
That's a
we'll have Greeny walk
classic
up kind
move.
of behind you a little bit too, just kind of not wanting to stand in the dark because he's terrified of the dark, and so
I'm staying in the bushes.
based on his
just
character
watching.
description last time, is also going to light up a torch because he is terrified of the dark. You see that all 4 of these guards who are up top, who look like they're about done for the day, you can tell that they are tired. They all turn and focus all of their crossbows down towards the 3 of you. And you hear one.
I put up my hands, even though they can't see me.
One of them, who seems to be the leader of the 4, holds up a hand to you. Goes, "Stop! Who goes there? Why are you approaching at night? Who are you? Identify yourselves."
Good evening, and may the wind be your servant always. My name is, and I make a lot of noises that sound like wind going through branches. There's just a lot of whistling, essentially.
Okay.
And we
My name is.
yep, basically, we are traveling, and we're hoping perhaps we could stay for shelter this evening in this place.
No, thank you. We already have a guest, and we don't take visitors, especially at night. So if you'll turn and be on your way, we have to take care of some business. So please, as you see the other 3 start to kind of lower their crossbows a little bit, like they're giving you the opportunity to leave without, resorting to violence and shooting you from their towers, because they're only about, in totality, they're probably only 15 to 20 feet above you, since the wall is only 10 feet high. But you see, as they kind of wave you off and start to go back to what they're doing, this guy here who you were speaking with just gets blasted off of the fort and lands right into the spike trap face first. And the other 3 turn, you start to hear screaming from inside of the fort, and this guy gets blasted off into here. This guy jumps to try and run, and he clearly snaps his ankle, and he starts crawling. And as you see this man crawling, oh no, you can see what he's crawling towards, and next to you, crunch. He crawls right into a bear trap, and it closes over his midsection. And this man starts firing off crossbow bolts behind him and just starts sprinting down this way. Something is amiss. But the gate is still closed and locked.
Ah.
And you now have 3 dead guards outside the fort and 1 who ran back in. So
I would like to carefully come over here and just say to the air, well, that's escalated quickly. And search this dude and see if he has keys.
Does it look like it's possible that a person of very much strength, not necessarily me, but somebody could maybe like punch through the door or lift through the door or something? Like, is that something that is at all feasible?
No.
Cool.
It does not look like this is a door that can in fact be punched through. This seems to be a militarily barricaded, locked door.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable. I just had
Don't
to
worry.
check.
I got you, fam, but I'm checking for keys.
Go ahead and roll a investigation check as you're trying to move through his corpse without spiking yourself on the
Right.
barricade. As you're looking through, it does not seem that this man in particular has keys for the front of this gate. And as you as you look at the gate from here, you can also see there does not seem to be a lock on the outside that would open the door. It seems to be a front gate that would open outwards rather than inwards.
Right.
So they can control it.
Give me one moment, and then I'm going to come over here.
Do we have any idea where who killed these people and from
Nope.
Nope.
Cool.
I'm gonna go take a look.
Back to your question about beating the door down, it looks like you maybe could, but it would take more than one. So it would take a lot of people, but it could possibly be done.
Like, anything's possible, but
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah.
So I forgot to clear something with you, and if I can't have this, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But given, some of my abilities and stuff, I think that I would carry around like a small grappling hook that was
fine.
more on just like fishing line, not on rope.
I'm gonna ask you a very specific fishing question. What pound test is the line that your fishing line is?
It doesn't really matter actually for what I'm gonna for what I use it for.
Okay. I will say though, if you ever
would be
try and use it for climbing,
Yeah.
it will
No,
not work
I'm-
unless it's like 80-pound test. So
I am
so
using
you
it
know.
for guidance. That is all. So
Got it.
I will tell you what I'm gonna try to do,
Okay.
and then you can tell me whether I can have it. How about that?
Go for it.
Okay. So fairly small grappling hook, and I'm at the base of the wall, and I look, and you said it was what, 10 feet?
Yes, the
Okay.
base of the wall themselves are about 10 feet tall. They're very well built
Okay.
though. So
Okay. So I'm gonna spin my grappling hook around my head, because it's just on that fairly light line, and toss it up and see if I can get it, to stick up near the top. It could even be like in a crack of the wall or whatever. I'm kind of envisioning it like both a grappling hook and almost like a, like a jack when you play jacks, kind of, or a caltrop or something like that.
yeah, go ahead and make a athletics check for me to see if you can throw it up to hit where you're aiming for.
Okie dokie. That's an 11.
As you throw it up, it hits, but it doesn't catch and just kind of falls back down.
All right. How many times will you let me try?
I mean, the DC is 12, so you
Okay.
can just stand there and keep trying it for the next few rounds if you want. While you're,
Okay.
you can just roll until you get a 12. Eventually, you'll get it. Or
Okay.
if you get a 1, it's gonna fall back down and hit you in the face for 1d4.
There, 15.
There you go.
15.
Cool. So it catches the second time. You almost got it, and you whip it around,
Yep.
you hook it, and you pull it just right.
Okay.
While Carrie is out there throwing this grappling hook up, what are the other two of you doing?
I feel like I'm mostly concerned about these people who just died in front of me, and if I'm also going to meet a similar fate. So I'm probably trying to see if there's any like sign of where those people are coming from, or any like I'm probably just like keeping an eye out. Not really being super helpful.
Okay.
I think seeing the dead bodies from the torchlight while I'm still in like the tree line, I'm just even more nervous. And I duck behind a tree and I'm like biting at my nails even more, and I'm just like occasionally peeking out, just waiting for the like okay to like, hey, maybe you can come forward.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Alright.
definitely am not giving him that okay yet. I'm very concerned.
Okay.
Not that I'd be able to see it. You're invisible.
Exactly. No, but I would totally do it and be like, oh, guess he's ignoring me. Okay. That's fine.
Greenie is just kind of keeping an eye out, making sure that you guys aren't being approached from behind. If Morgan's trying to betray you, or if he's coming this way, and he's keeping a nice solid lookout. I'm seeing if he can figure out
Excellent.
what's going on. So you got your grappling hook up there. What
Okay.
are you trying to do?
I'm going to use Mingle with the Wind and cast Levitate on myself,
Mhm.
and then just basically be uh, using the wire to just kind of reel myself up, almost like a kite, and just it's just basically helping me get some upwards momentum.
Nice. You get right up there, no problem.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look around, please.
All right. So you are now up here. Bam. You can see, and if you were to, let me do this because you can see over the top of the wall here. Did I make this whole thing a square? Probably. Ah, dang. I didn't mean to do it that way, but you can see all of that stuff now.
Okay.
There we go. So you can see all of what you can see. You can see right now. You see these two guards here. Actually, and this guy's not actually in front of you. He actually ran. He's gone.
Okay.
So you see two guards. That was the guy who was on the tower for you. See two guys in front
Oh,
of
right.
you.
Yeah. Okay.
You hear dogs barking kind of up in this region, and you can see everything that you can see. Two guards. You see tents down here in the southwest region. Dog cages up here, and as far as your eyes can see, this looks like a very, very open training yard.
Mm-hmm.
There are arrows on the ground, there are weapons just kind of laying. They don't all look good, they look like they're training weapons. You got training dummies down here. You got bonfires kind of lighting this region up. This middle area definitely is a lot more muddy, a lot more well walked upon. Like that is their primary area where they do wrestling and like fighting to kind of train them so they have all this space.
Do I see what possibly might have been blowing those guards back?
You do not. You can only see as far as you can see, and you do not see them. So.
Okay. And where does the attention of those two guards seem to be?
It looks like they are both looking and about to
Okay.
turn and run towards this giant building that is that giant darkness that you can't see past. So this giant building over here.
Okay.
That is a building.
I would like to crouch down and wait and see if they run off before I do anything else.
Okay. You see that they are looking at each other for a second. They're talking, and they're kind of looking around. I'm gonna roll perception checks for them and see if they see you, because they did just have their dude come running down after seeing something happen. So 1, 2, and roll me. They're not gonna see you. Roll a stealth check. If you roll a 1, the guy who rolled a 2 will see you.
Okay.
No. You see them hushed, like talking between themselves, kind of looking a little paler in the face than what you might expect, but seeing as you just saw 3 people get blasted off of this tower, they get together and they take off, running towards and then into this building.
Okay. As soon as I do that, I unhook my grappling hook and stuff it in my pack and hop down and take a look and see if I can open the gate from this side.
You see that there is a lever on either side.
Okay.
One looks like it doesn't look like they had to be pulled at the same time, and it looks like each lever is associated with one of the doors.
Okay. I will pull the one on the left.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Yes.
Wrong lever. So
Never seen that movie.
really?
Oh, it's so good.
What?
All right. So you
My
pull.
son went through a phase where he would have watched it 10 times a day if I would have let him.
You should have. Easy is the best.
You know,
Yeah,
he also
terrible
started
mom.
one time the language got on French instead, and he was fascinated. He was about 5. He was fascinated with that, so he watched it in French for like about a month and a half. It had to be in French.
Perfect.
Sacre bleu.
Yeah.
There you go. But
On
yeah,
ne touche pas is no touchy, in case you're wondering.
you guys see the one half of the gate just kind of slowly creak open, and Carrie just is kind of standing there. Like what?
I'm coming. Come.
You only see Greenie.
I'm still
Yeah, I
I'm
can
gesturing. Come.
You are
I'm-
there, but they don't see you're invisible.
After I realize that you're gesturing for me to come, I'll
Yeah.
just like poke you like eventually.
Okay.
Like I'm right here.
I'm just calling. Naf.
Greenie sees you and starts slowly creeping. He's
If I see the light or hear a signal, I will.
Yeah.
Could I use the torchlight from the others to creep my way through the frickin' minefield?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know where they are now. After Ono had noticed them, kind of pointed them out. Fun fact: had Ono not had the passive perception that they do, your passive perception is not high enough to see them without walking.
Thank you,
I
Ono.
have the highest passive perception.
Well, of you and Naf, you do.
That's my concern.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Naf's is not the best.
Wait a minute. I have the second highest?
No, you have the worst.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was gonna
Just-
say.
Yeah, you have an 11 passive perception, and it's a 12 to see them. Everybody else is above 12. You're not. You're an 11 passive. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm a wizard.
I know. I feel you. I have one. I have many. But yeah,
Nope.
so you guys make your way, make your way through there, and you guys can see this open area.
As I kind of creep towards the door, I kind of just look at everyone from the outside. I'm like, what did that?
I don't know. And I catch them up on, everybody's heading to this big building, and I don't. There is nothing. I see nothing. I wonder if it is our I wonder if it is our witch attempting to escape. Eh?
I mean, that'd be pretty lucky, but I feel like if the witch was able to escape, then why were we sent to do this? Seems kind of dumb.
Well, they may have I don't know. They may have had her bound, and now she is not. Anyway, I wonder if you and I'm trying to look at where I think Ono is, because I'm hearing the voice.
I'm not there. Yeah.
But I'm still,
fidgeting.
you just keep running around just to fuck with us. I wonder if you
Yes.
could. I wonder if you could sneak around and see if you find her.
Sure.
There are tents. I thought I might I go talk to the dogs.
You can talk to dogs?
Yes. I can speak to dogs and other creatures. Yes.
Are they nice?
Some are. Some are not. Most of them think they are nice, according to their nature. But this is discussion for another time.
All right, I'm just gonna like stroll on in, overly confident based on my invisibility, and just start like A, looking around for the person that we're looking for, and B, looking to see anybody who could have killed those people.
All right, go ahead and make perception checks for me. I'm gonna move you in here too, so you can So you, as you're kind of, which way do you want to go? Further north or further south in this big old training region? Just put yourself wherever
Let's
you want
go.
to put yourself, because you have control of where you're going to be, and you're invisible, so they won't see you.
I guess I'll go check over this way.
All right. So I'm gonna do this because let's see. Yeah. So it's pretty dim, but you can see as you make it this way that the 4 dogs seem to be cowering. They are panting and they are trying to break out of the cages that are right there. You also see as you're walking up there that there are a couple guards that are just kind of standing watch outside of this tent. And there does seem to be a prisoner in the jail.
Do they look like a witch? Keeping in mind, Ono has no idea what a
They
witch looks like,
float.
so... Does she have way the same as a duck?
It does not look like a witch. This looks to be just a man with robes and this weird headpiece on. It looks like they're probably some cultists, but as you look at their skin, they look very pale. They look very empty. They look almost hollow. And
Weird, I don't like them.
they look like they don't belong here.
And there's other people around this area? Or just the dogs?
So you got the dogs here. You have...
Yeah.
Let's see. Alright, so if you look over here, you see that there are... because you can see over here, correct? You can see these guys.
Yeah.
So you see the prisoner here. You see these 2 guards that are outside of the dog cage, or the prison cage. And they seem to be playing cards or dice or some kind of game instead of necessarily keeping an eye, but they are the guards for this prisoner. But these dogs are trying to break out of their cages. Like, they are terrified of something.
I wish I could talk to dogs. Okay. I feel like I would just keep looking around. I feel like I would just make the most of my sneaky time to just get as much miscellaneous information as possible. So I'm gonna, like, continue walking over this way.
Okay.
Not actively right through them, sorry. I didn't mean to move my token directly to walk straight through the people. That would not have been my route. My route would have been slightly less directly where they were standing.
That's pretty funny. As you kind of make your way through that, you see as you kind of look in, the tent itself is not closed. The flap kind of blows in the wind a little bit. As you look inside this moderately sized tent, you see there is a wide variety of foodstuffs stored in barrels and crates of all sizes. You can smell the aroma of smoked meat, the sweet smell of dried fruits, and the hearty fragrance of ale coming out of this tent.
Okay, well, obviously because it's me, now I have to get distracted by food. If I pick up the food, can I tell if it becomes invisible, like if I put it in my bag, or do I have absolutely no idea?
If you put it in your bag, you could safely assume that it's hidden away in a pocket. Just like if you were to put anything inside like a shirt pocket or inside a pants pocket, it would be disappeared from view anyway. So if it's inside your invisible bag, you would assume that it's gone, but you aren't sure that if just carrying something in your arms, if that of itself would be invisible.
I want to put it in my bag because I want to have my hands free if I need them. So I would like to, take my bag and fill it with just whatever, anything interesting or tasty.
Okay, go ahead and roll me. You're invisible, so it will be at advantage. Roll me a sleight of hand check at advantage, and I'm gonna roll 2 passive I'll just do their passive perceptions because they're playing cards. Their passive perceptions are 10.
1 second, I didn't hit the advantage button, so I'm just rolling again. I mean, that was already probably about as good as I could expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was as good as I could expect.
So with your 16, they have a passive of 10. They're playing cards. They're not necessarily actively paying attention. They don't see you. You're not making a lot of noise. Like I said, you are invisible. You can put, we'll say, this many pounds of food in your bag. 6 pounds of food in your bag.
Yes.
It's a lot of food.
That's a small
Yeah.
baby.
Where do I put this? Under.
You can just put, if you go into your backpack on your D&D Beyond character sheet, you can always just go to inventory and then just click on manage inventory. You can always just click add custom item and then just like
Oh, there we go.
type it in as food and just, you can put the weight
Add-
override as 6 and that'll just be the pounds.
Manage inventory.
So while Ono is gone for probably a solid 15 minutes or so.
Oh yeah.
So what are you guys doing while Ono is gone?
I'm thinking you can go ahead, Pi. Whatever you're doing.
I was just gonna say I'm probably standing here really nervously, like thinking to myself, "Oh, that's my invisibility. Why did I give it to someone else? It's mine." I look like a nervous wreck.
Okay. I think I would suggest that, because I saw where the dogs are, right?
Yeah, you saw them from the tower, and you know
Okay.
they're up in this general region. You saw
Right.
that, and you saw some cages back there, but you couldn't quite see as far as to see if there were prisoners in those cages, but you know the dogs mainly because you could hear them too, and you could
Okay.
see. And you also know there are small tents down this way as well, which look like they were
Right.
probably the guard tents, like individual tents for the guards.
So this is a dumb question, but you know me and Roll20. So like in between where those cages are and where the targets, the practice targets are, I'm just seeing like black strips. Is that what I'm supposed to be seeing?
Yeah,
Is that
because
like a
those.
wall there?
Yeah, so those are
Okay.
basically things that you just can't see. It's just to
Okay,
indicate
thank
that you
you.
can't see like through them.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm gonna say, I think that there is nobody in the courtyard. We sneak up to near the cages.
Maybe.
I wish to speak to a dog. I think I wish to speak to a dog.
Okay. Why don't you take him with you? And I point to our dragon point, and I say, and I point forward ahead a little bit, kind of around the corner. And say, I'll go hide behind that rock. That rock looks comforting.
Comforting rock.
Or you could sneak the other way and see if you can find. Excuse me. See if you can. That'll ruin our stealth, right? And see if you can find the woman that we look for.
You know, in this situation, I normally don't like people, but in this situation, I'd rather not travel alone.
All right, you choose. I am going to go up towards the dogs. I'm gonna try to be sneaky and get to right here.
And I'm gonna be try and be sneaky and get to right behind this rock.
All right, go ahead and roll me stealth checks then, please.
We'll go fine. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be a nice single digit.
I'm gonna have Greenie just kind of stay with Knopf
Yeah.
because we're both a little on the scared side of life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Greenie,
Always walk on the scared side of life.
it is 100% the way to be safe. Green, yeah. So, Knopf and Greenie just kind of dive behind some rocks, and they're like, "No." Carrie, you make your way up there, and you hear these dogs are like they're terrified of something. They're trying to break out of these cages, and Oh no, I'm gonna slip you in here just so you're in there getting food.
Yeah.
But as you're finishing up, you hear that finally one of these guards, you hear them mumbling under their breath and kind of yelling at the dogs to shut up. So one of them looks at the other, and you hear him say, "Fine, be right back, goddammit." And he gets up, kicks his chair over, and like makes his way. You kind of pop your head out, and you see him make his way over to this mastiff, and he just takes his spear and just immediately stabs the dog and silences it.
Oh,
And then he looks at the rest and goes, "If you want to suffer the same fate, shut the hell up." And then goes to go back to his game. And the other three
I need
look
to
less.
We
roll
gotta
for
kill
how
them
much
all.
Ono
They-
likes dogs.
They don't
We gotta
look
kill 'em all.
more terrified, but they don't. They still look terrified, but not like that made them more terrified. But yes, you see Carrie, this guard, turn his back to you now as he's walking away. You can see them, I think, with your line of sight. Yeah, you can just see him, but you saw he stabbed the dog, and he's like, "Oor," and the dog is definitely unalived. So,
Did I see this happen while I was grabbing food?
as you heard him get up and kick the chair, I would imagine you kind of popped your head out just to see where he was going, just in case they were walking, and you kind of saw that they did walk over to the dog, and then you heard the dog be silenced. Yes.
Cool.
So, and the other guard, you hear him say, "He didn't have to kill the dogs, but he always goes to the extremes. But not my dog, not my problem. They're not even useful anyway."
not his circus.
And you hear him
Ha-
shuffling the deck of cards.
How tall are these cages, would you say?
They're definitely too
Like
small
regular
for
sort
they're-
of
they are too small for the
mastiff-sized
mastiffs.
kennels?
No, they're smaller than they should be.
Smaller.
Yeah. Like the mastiffs are very much squished in there. Like they can barely move
Okay.
around.
Okay.
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah, it's gonna be me. Me.
Let the dogs out.
There you go.
If I'm wondering if I kind of just peek around this corner. You said that the other one is like shuffling.
Yeah, he hasn't seemed to. He kind of saw
Okay.
us, but his coworker go over there and do what he's doing. But now he's back to business of just like getting his cards.
Do
Okay.
you want me to roll like an intelligence check or something to see if I think that if I kind of just snuck over and sort of like laid on the ground next to this cage right here, because that has a dog in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That maybe it would give me some cover?
You have cover where you are, but yeah, you can do that if you want to.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Go ahead. We'll just use your stealth check from before.
Okay.
He's not looking that way. He's just actively like walking slowly back this way.
Okay.
So, and you see that he holds the spear up towards the prisoner. And you hear him say, "You'll keep your mouth shut if you know it's good for you, or you'll get the same." And the prisoner just kind of like slumps back down without saying a word. So, you
Okay.
slowly walk.
I don't like these guys.
So I'm right at the cage, and I assume that the dog sees me.
Yes, it does.
So I'm gonna use my speak to animals. Just very quietly, very, very quietly say, little brother, what scares you? Why are you so scared?
Do you not hear it?
I hear screaming? I do not know. What do you hear?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me. And you see that the dog is very much, he can't move a lot in this small cage, but he kind of turns and he points his nose in, where's my thing that I need? There it is. In this general direction.
I'm
And he's kind of, you see his ears perk up a lot, and he goes, "Over there, the screaming." And as you listen, you do hear screaming, like tortuous screaming, like a person being just, you don't know what, but somebody sounds like they are being
okay.
tortured.
And the guards don't seem to give a shit.
No, they
Okay.
don't. It seems that whatever caused the problem at the front, killing those guards, that ruckus is likely who is screaming right now. That would be your best bet.
Okay. Gotcha. And can I see how the cage is fastened? Does it have a lock on it or anything?
It does. They all have locks, and you can totally try to pick it if you want. I assume that was your next question.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Is there only one guard in this area now?
There is only one at the table. The other one is walking back from the dogs. So there are two.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, there are two.
There are two. You can pop
Well,
out. You're invisible, so you can pop right
yeah.
out if you need to.
Harry is like honestly doing deep breathing right now to not like just attack the guards.
Yeah, no, I really want to just kill these guards, but I'm taking all of my self-restraint not to.
Yeah. I'm gonna say to the dog, little brother, I will try to get you out, but I do not have the keys. But I will see what I can do. I let you and your friends.
If you free me, I'll get the key. Free me, I get key.
But I need it. Okay. I have no keys to free you, but I try to open this.
All right. So go ahead and we'll do a. I'm assuming you don't have thieves' tools.
I do not know.
All right. So just go ahead and just give me a straight. We'll just go a raw dexterity check. Just straight dexterity.
Oh boy.
DC
Okay.
11.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Very strong luck.
Oh God.
You are trying, but
yeah,
nothing.
Do either of these guys have keys on them?
If you were to walk out, you could walk out and try and take a closer look if you would like, but you have not actively investigated them, so you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how close I want to get. I probably have like probably too loud if I actually try to get close to them, so I won't.
Okay.
I think I am just gonna sit here and wait to see what Carrie does, because I'm basically like ready to throw hands, but trying not to.
Okay. So while you're waiting and Carrie is not quite successful in picking locks, anything you're doing, Naf, or are you just hanging out? What you doing?
I'm kind of. I'd maybe. I'd. Let me read something. Let me read what I wrote down for my character. No, I'd wait for word from, Harry.
Okay.
I'm just still hiding behind this rock.
All right. About this time, Carrie, oh no, you see the guard has made his way back to the table, and the screaming has stopped. And then about a minute later, it resumes, worse than before.
I don't hear this though, right?
Oh, you do now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you popped your head out because you were more focused on the food and getting in here.
No, that's
like,
very in character
unseen.
to be more focused on the food.
Once you got the food, popped out, saw the guy kill the dog, and kind of sat there and just watched. You heard screaming, and then it stopped, and then you heard it again, this time louder than before, in this
Okay.
big tent.
Cool. No doubt. Let me say. I'm just under the assumption that there are more people than just these two guys here, so that's why I'm trying not to throw hands.
No, that's fair.
Well, you
Otherwise...
didn't see anybody else in the main courtyard other than the two who have run. You see these two guys here, the prisoner, the dogs. You hear screaming. You saw the tower defense guys get blasted to death. But also, strangely, when you looked at this tower that's here, because there are towers all around this base, you did not see any guards on that tower, and you didn't see any guards on, well, I don't even know if you can see that far, yeah. And as you didn't walk that way, so the other tower, which you assume is in the same spot, you aren't hearing any chatter or any more clanging. You just, these two guards, the screaming, and what you've seen thus far.
Well, I can't communicate to Carrie what I'm doing without probably giving up my position. So I'm going to try to investigate the screaming. Just go off by myself in a super intelligent move that
That's what I wanted you to do, so.
So yeah, so I'm just gonna go try and see if I can find out who's screaming.
Okay. Make your way over to this larger tent, and you see that as you get close to, we'll put you right here. Well, more so like right there. As you get to that position, you see that there is a tiny coal forge that you can see through the open front of this tent. It seems to be equipped with a full complement of blacksmith's resources and tools.
But no snacks.
No. You do see, however, as you kind of stare, there is a guard with their back to you, holding down a small goblinoid woman with a priestly looking person on the other side. And they are, you see the guard while holding her down, he takes one of the heated blacksmith spikes, shoves it into her throat, and the screaming ends. And within about 30 seconds, you see the cleric take a diamond and put it onto her chest, and it explodes. And the shards of this diamond kind of spread out amongst her entire body. It kind of, you see these magical golden lines kind of emitting all around it, and all of a sudden, you see she takes breath again. And this time, she no longer looks green. She has this strange black smokiness coming out of her eyes. You see that there is this large shadowness emitting from her body. And you see that at this point, the warlock stands up, grabs both of those who were torturing her, one in each hand, and you see coming out the top of their skulls is this black purplish beam, and their heads just explode all around the tent. And this guard is dead, and this priest is also dead. But you see this small goblinoid looking woman who now seems to be overcome by this black, shadowy, dark energy, turns, and you're invisible, so she doesn't necessarily see you, but she senses that something is there.
This like spooky, this like spooky like smoky thing. Does it give me? I'd like to do a vibe check.
Go ahead and do an insight check for a vibe check.
I'd like to roll for vibe.
Yes.
They look terrifying, and you are terrified, and you see that she walks this way.
Wait, which way? Sorry.
She's walking over here, past you.
Oh, okay.
And you see,
So are both of the guards over here dead?
the two you just saw in the tent, yeah, their heads are exploded.
Great.
And you see that she
Um,
walks
But
over
the ones
almost
by us are not, right?
correct. You
Yeah.
see that as she walks over here, she has multiple stab wounds, bruising, blood everywhere, but the shadow force is almost just floating her across the ground rather than her walking. And you see the two guards who are standing there look shocked for a split second. The guy who was initially shuffling the deck of cards sees her and he goes like grab at his spear and he stands up. And you see that this dark arcane symbol appears over his head. And you see that he just looks weaker for a second. And then you see two more blasts of black purple energy emit from her hands as she just explodes both of these guards. And she starts walking back this way towards the main building. And we got Moon here now. Greenie's here, hanging out. I'll let you know where you are. You're hanging out with Knopf over there, being hidden in these rocks with your 22 stealth.
We're behind some rocks because we're scared.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of dark outside.
You're still not my friend.
You're hiding with a torch, but you're hiding well.
Okay. It just makes sense.
It just makes sense.
The torch rolled good for its stuff.
It did. You two, Ono and Carrie, you see this happen to these guards, and you see this small goblinoid woman who's likely possessed, just making her way around this camp.
Making my way. Well, I'm freaked out. I'm just a little concerned, a little freaked out. I was gonna try and like save this woman, and then she saved herself, and I'm like, you know what? She's a strong, independent woman. Don't need no turtle. But like, I'm kind of just still freaked out by the whole thing as a person. So I'm probably gonna anxiously eat some food. Just munching on something. I don't know what, but I have food, so munching on that.
Okay.
Anxiously munches.
So just a quick question about the dark vision thing. I assume what I see is what I see.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay,
because
so
you don't have a torch out right now. You see, so there are lights in this. Like this is a bonfire. There's 4 of these. So you see the light that emits, and you see the light put off by those in your party who are using torches, and you can see across the way this small goblinoid woman encapsulated in black shadow making her way towards the front of this main building.
I think I just look at Greenie and say, "Is that what we're here for?"
Maybe. I can't be completely sure.
Why don't you go talk to her? This seems like your thing.
Are you talking about the guy who just like made everyone explode?
Well, I mean, we haven't seen that. We just see a possessed-looking goblin. So I guess technically, yes.
Why are we hiding in the first place? I'm sorry.
I'm hiding because I am a nervous wreck of a person. You're hiding because the DM made you.
I had you hang out with whoever was less likely to get you killed.
I'm not gonna be talking to too many people just yet. I'll make sure my soon to be best friend is okay.
Soon to be dead best friend.
Wow.
No, just kidding.
I mean, that's what I want.
It'll be self-inflicted. She is walking. I'm gonna have her do a perception check to see what
Now that I have my subclass, one of my features is I can literally re-roll any damage of any of my spells, but I take necrotic damage up to the level of spell.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Let's see. So She doesn't see you two hiding over there. She is focused. She is moving this way. Oh no, Carrie, what are you guys doing as you witness this murder?
And I don't think I'm at the right angle or anything to see what actually happened to the tent beforehand, right?
No,
So
you
I just
just
basically
saw.
saw her come out and
Yes.
explode these guys and then
Yes.
sort of drift off. Okay. I would like to sneak back to where my party is hiding behind the rocks.
Okay. Can 100% get back there.
Tuck myself in there and catch them up on what I saw.
Okay.
And also, that these guards, they are killing the dogs just for barking, so I'm glad they are dead.
Oh yeah, Greenie, the guard did kill a dog. Straight up stabbed it with a spear right in the side.
Yeah.
So,
Asshole.
I know.
Mhm.
Well, now his head exploded like the
Yes.
boys.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
So it's okay.
So it's fine. It's fine. We need to get dogs out of the
You also-
cage. But
You also missed out on one of the guards being flung from one of the towers and landing on a bear trap.
You also missed lots of Shrek jokes, just for the
You
record.
Yeah.
missed the
Things that you
Shrek
missed.
jokes.
did.
I
did.
recommend watching the game when it's up on YouTube.
Okay.
There's lots of swamp jokes, Shrek jokes.
Yeah.
So you're catching them up. Oh no, you're snacking. But anything else you're doing, or are you just hanging out?
Well, like, this was the person we were looking for, right? So, like,
Believe so.
I guess I'm gonna try and find the party and be like, the person we're looking for is fucking terrifying. Is, what I'm trying to go convey.
Does she seem reasonable? At least.
I did not see her attempt to dialogue. She did not. She did not speak. I mean,
No.
I feel she was reasonable killing those guards, but I don't know if she had the same. What do you say? The motive. The motive for doing so.
Got it. Okay. Not reasonable. Jot it down.
I mean, I wanted to explode their heads also. So I do not know her life,
Do we have a plan or?
Well, take it from me.
I
You don't really want to usually follow possessed figures who are blowing up heads.
Am I back with the party at this point? If my goal was to go back to find them?
Yes.
Cool. She's really creepy.
You're back.
Hi.
Oh yeah, Greenie. Just so you know, Ono's currently invisible. So
Okay.
all of a sudden
That's
there's now a voice there.
There's just a phantom voice over your shoulder.
That's no big deal.
If our goal was just to get her out of here, I don't know I guess have we done that? Sorta? Kinda, sorta?
And this is a long shot, but well, okay, so we have a wizard with us. Do you, Naf, do you know that,
You know enough?
the diamond, what they did? Do you know what that is? I don't...
Can I do an Arcana?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check based on what was described to you from Ono, trying to figure it out. You can also do one, Greenie. Give me that Arcana check.
Can I as well?
Sure.
Okay.
But yours will be at disadvantage
Okay.
because you don't actually get the spell, but
I was prepared
Because
to
I don't what?
ask,
because you can't technically get the spell. But
I
it's
was
okay.
prepared
For the
to
18 and
ask
19,
about-
you guys will figure it out.
I was prepared to ask about religion too, considering you said it was a cleric.
Yeah.
And I have a +7 in either.
Right. As you think about it, and as you're kind of describing it and thinking about it, you recognize it to be Revivify. That, based on the screaming and the stopping, and the screaming and the stopping, they were likely torturing this goblin woman to death, and then revivifying her, and doing it again, over and over again.
Oh, cool! I have experience in this.
Until they finally broke her, and it looks like whatever patron she gets her powers from has now taken control.
Oh crap! Does it look familiar?
You can go ahead and roll. We'll say you roll a history at disadvantage because, you know.
Yeah, that's
Because
fair.
you know,
Because you know.
or maybe because you
For
don't.
reasons.
Maybe I don't.
You don't know its name, but it looks like some sort of shadow demon, just based on what you see. That it's more of like controlling the shadows.
Alex. Well, we didn't see her use a pistol.
No, you didn't.
No mercy.
No mercy, Bol'bara. Doesn't roll the same.
I would look at the others and say, well, I don't know if this makes it any better, but she's basically a living corpse. They killed her over and over again, and now whatever that is has taken over her body.
So are you saying that we haven't technically done our job of getting her out of here?
Yeah, I think.
You guys here continue just blasting at the door to the main building. And it looks like she is standing far enough away that she is just repeatedly blasting it with dark magic, slowly blowing holes in this door to get it open.
She seems to be doing fine at revenge.
Does anybody have anything they could do, like some chamomile tea to calm her down or something?
Well, you are the cook, so
I don't have any chamomile tea on me.
I suggest maybe we just head back and tell them, hey, your witch is kind of crazy.
Well, I can do some illusion magic, but I can't think of something that I could create to calm her down. So if you guys have any ideas, though, I'll take some.
I find it hard to care that she is destroying the people that did this to her.
I'm not actually worried about her destroying those people. You're right. Those people are assholes and I don't like them. I would have destroyed them too. But I'm kind of worried about where does it end. I mean, I fully understand the power of a good angry moment, but where does it end? Is she just broken forever now? At least when I'm done a rage, I freak out for a moment and have a panic attack. But I mean, she doesn't necessarily have to have a panic attack just to get out of this. Maybe she does. I don't know. Oh no, it's just slowly building herself into not knowing what to do.
You guys see at this point that the door, rather than blasting inwards like she was trying, it blasts outwards, and she is swarmed and surrounded by these guards, who all come at her, spears drawn. But you can hear them yelling, but there is not confidence in their voice.
Perhaps if we kill some guards, she will see that we are on her side.
Yeah, sure, why
Okay.
not? I'm just gonna stay far back here.
All right.
Don't get too close to them.
Okay. All right. Well, put yourselves where you want to go in the next. We'll say you have one free round of movement to get one free round to maneuver yourself to wherever you want to be if you're going in to fight them, because you guys are really far away.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna barrel in that direction.
All right, so we'll say you can do. We'll say if you guys want. How far away are you? Because you guys are.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoot right here, hide here. That's my position.
We'll say that you guys can basically move 100 feet this round and get close if you're trying to actively get there.
Cool. I like my position.
Okay.
I am a wizard. I have range.
So anybody who wants to move can move up to 100 feet in the direction towards this big old group if that's what you want to do. So.
Okay.
All right, and then as you move closer, let's roll some initiative.
Is that about 60? Let me see.
It should be. You can use the actual measuring tool.
Don't know how.
If you look on the left, there's this little weird looking like rectangular thing with lines on it. It's supposed to be a ruler. If you highlight over the top, you can just click that top one and then just do.
I kind of thought it looked like a piano.
It could
But
also
you're right. It's supposed to be a ruler.
Sometimes it also disappears into like this weird little slit there. Cool. So everybody go ahead.
Yo, there's a green line. Oh, I'm stupid. It's an orange line. Not green. I said green.
All right, I'm gonna.
Oh,
put
I'm
these-
sorry. I did initiative twice, and B, I didn't actually click on myself before I did it.
That's fine. You can just click on it. You can just roll it again. 'Cause these guys are gonna go slow, so I'm just gonna do.
Okay, so I.
Oh wait, I am on the turn order. There you go. Just leave me on the turn order.
Okay.
I'll take the lower roll, and that's fine because it's not gonna affect me too much. It was a 3 or a 6 of those 2 rolls I accidentally did.
Cool. All right.
So what do I do? I right click on my token and
You
then.
just click on your token like normal, and then you go over to your D&D Beyond page and click on initiative, and it will roll and automatically put you in initiative.
Did it? Because I did that, and I don't see myself.
Let's see. I can add you in there, but I'm gonna do it just to see. So when you let me see. So you click on that, and I'll just add you in there because I'm not on the right page, right?
Okay.
Add turn.
Sorry.
No, you are good. 5. And then this guy, he'll just go on his own turn. I don't want to put 4 people in there at once. Cool. All right. Everybody in there. Bam. And we need this one. All right. So it is actually her turn first, which isn't surprising since she was smashing on some doors. As she gets surrounded, you see that she is going to go ahead and attack this guy and this guy. Since they are technically at range for her, she's going to go ahead and Eldritch Blast them both. Wham, wham. 12 and an 8. Both misses. She's launches off these 2 purple-black beams of just necrotic-looking energy, and she being surrounded and kind of like turning, keeping her head on a swivel and trying to keep low and duck around, you see that these beams come very, very close to you guys. One of them makes its way right past your shoulder. Oh no. And the other one goes on this way, so not quite as close, but you see it. So as she sees it, she now sees you, oh no. Since when you moved like that, she can see it because it ran right past you. So she knows you're there, but nobody else seems to yet because you're still invisible. She just saw it because she is possessed by a shadow demon. All right.
Yep.
So these 3 are gonna try and attack her with spears. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, it's a bad time for her. So where are we at? 6. All right. Cool. All right. She's gonna take some damage here. She's not having herself a good time right now. She is quite unpleasant right now. All right. Those are their turns. Greenie, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on this bottom one right here.
All right. It's a wisdom save.
Yeah.
4.
I love vicious mockery so much.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna take some damage. 3. Okay.
So much.
All right. Anything else in your turn?
No.
All right. You see as you viciously mock the guy beside her, she's kind of huffing and puffing a little bit after just getting shanked 3 times. You see the shadow kind of start to spin around her, and it starts to almost sparkle like the night sky, like these bright white and purple, like just stars forms almost around her, and she's gonna go ahead and use 2 legendary actions.
Excuse me?
Yeah. And she's gonna do this ability called Zone of Calamity.
We are on the side of the
Bro,
righteous.
aren't we level 2? Am
Yeah.
I wrong about this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're level 2.
Or should we be level 7 or something?
So it affects all of the people here. So, oh no, I need you to make me a DC 12 save, which should be Wisdom, I believe. It's just not showing there. Yes, it is Wisdom.
Wait, that's a
No.
15-foot radius sphere?
Oh, I don't know why I put 30. I put 60. Hold on, you're not in it. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm not
I
in
was
it?
like, I was really confused.
I put 60 for some reason. There you go. That's what I meant to do.
She can
I think
she can point it within 60 feet of her.
That's where I read it wrong. But yes, so all of those people in there, so you're good. You see that this energy just kind of spins around, kind of forming this cyclical dark energy cyclone, and I'm just gonna go ahead and roll saves for these
Oh
folks.
my god. A confusion spell at level 2,
I know.
you guys.
This is fucking...
Alright, I'm just gonna roll
Unfair.
1 for each group. So the green group all failed, the orange group all failed, and the single one by themselves did not
The
fail.
champion!
So I'm gonna give him a red dot for not being confused. All of the other guards there are confused. You see that they're just like, you see the weird glaze come over their eyes, like they really don't know what they're doing. It is now his turn. So he's seeing what's happening. He sees you, Greenie. He is gonna take off running. He's gonna use his action to dash this way. He's gonna get to right here. As he gets to right there. Enough.
Let me calculate my range again. Wow, he's still in range.
As he's running that way, you can hear he's yelling, "Commander! Commander, we need help!"
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I am going to, as I kind of sit there, nervous, scared, from beneath my cloak, my left arm kind of begins dripping blood, and blood begins pooling at like the tips of my fingers as I form this crystalline boon, and I take 5 damage as I use a bonus action to use Vital Sacrifice.
Oh snap.
And then I shall, unfortunately, invisibility, that's the word.
Yep.
Will be dropped.
So now you can, all of the weird, hazy looking nature around Ono kind of subsides and everything's super clear, and you don't feel any different, but it looks more clear. You were
Let
just
me
no
read
longer
what my boon can do again. Yes, and I will hold up my left arm and try and throw out a good old sanguine bolt, a burning, flaming ray of my own blood and gore.
Right over Carrie's head yet again. Just
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And as I fire it, I crush the crystal made of blood in my hand as the flaming blood spear sends flying out, and he gets dealt an additional 5 necrotic damage on top of the 4 fire. If a 24 hits, which I assume it does.
yeah, the way that you catch him as he's running, he's yelling, "Commander, we need help!" and just pop right in the bottom base of his skull, and he kind of stumbles for a second, and he turns to see where it comes from, and he He's covered in blood, his own and yours, but he's looking not good.
And
Sorry.
am gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
Sorry, can you just tell me why I'm visible again? Did he cast another concentration spell?
I believe his boon requires concentration because he basically the thing that he does.
Oh, okay.
It just
Cool,
acts
cool.
like concentration, so it drops for you.
Okay, yeah. I didn't realize it. Yeah, that's what I was just. Yeah, I was confused.
Oh,
Cool.
well,
Oh, good.
no, yeah, I also used a spell that, or I guess I used something that targets someone.
Yes.
An attack that targets someone.
There you go. So Carrie,
But-
it is your turn.
But invisibility goes away if the person who's invisible does an action.
Or well, it's invisibility is concentration. So if
Okay, yeah, no, that's what I was
But
checking.
also,
Out.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he did something else.
Concentration.
But yeah. So you are all good. You have all your food from sneaking it.
Oh
but
yeah, no, I'm
Carrie-
snacked up.
All right, Carrie, it is your turn.
So Carrie's gonna spread her arms out, like palms up, and it almost looks like she's just barely touching the ground with like 1 foot. And she's going to go all almost translucent looking, and all her tattoos light up. And you guys realize that she's got like constellations tattooed all over her body. So I am assuming starry form. And then that's a bonus action. And then on that bonus action, as I take the form, I can also take a shot with
Your
With
celestial
my-
archer.
with my archer, yeah. So let me roll a 20, and then it's +6 for a ranged spell attack.
If you have the Beyond 20 extension, you can roll right from your D&D Beyond sheet. There you go.
Yep.
That misses.
But that's a 15
oh,
to
that does
hit.
not miss. That hits.
Yeah, it's a 15 to hit. So,
Oh, are you doing it from? Did you put all your stuff in your roll 20 sheet?
uh-uh.
Oh, it's just weird that it comes up like
My
that.
I'll show you what I'm doing later, but the archer thing doesn't, it just says do a
Oh yeah,
ranged spell attack, and it doesn't have anything you
No.
can click.
that's true.
So,
That is the one down.
But here comes
hits
the
for sure.
damage. That is 8 radiant damage.
Following the target as he's now covered in this just blood red spatter, he turns to kind of say something while still like trying to make his way, stumbling backwards towards his commander's tent. You see that this thing just right into the chest, and this guy perishes.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Since I have not done this class before, or this particular circle before, so that was my bonus action, that attack.
Yep.
But it was a ranged spell attack, right?
It's
So I can't do another spell, correct?
false. It is not a spell.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It acts for the purpose of attacking. It acts as it uses your ranged spell attack
Gotcha. Okay.
modifier. So
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Guiding Bolt on this one right here. Closest. Whoop. So let's see how this goes. 11 to hit.
which guy? This one. It will miss.
No. This one right here.
They all have the same AC. It
Okay.
misses, yeah.
All right. So the Guiding Bolt just kind of whizzes past his ear.
He's just looking confused. Just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anything
That's my
else
turn.
on your turn? All right.
I'm just kind of hovering there.
All right. Ona.
Oh no. Okay, can you remind me what the dots mean?
On these guys?
The green dots.
Oh,
mean,
that's
yeah.
just how I'm putting them, so that I didn't have to roll 17 initiatives. The green dot is just that is the group of 17 in initiative. The orange is the group of 2 in initiative. I'm just grouping them that way. It's just for me to group for their initiative. So
Okay.
it has no effect. They're all confused though, but it's just so I know who is in which initiative group. So
Okie doke. Well, there's not really a whole lot I can do because I can't get close enough to like hit anybody. Oh, I have a javelin. I can get close enough that I can yeet a javelin. So
I'm pretty sure when you go into rage, you can move an additional half your movement speed as you turn into your rage.
Yeah, up to half your movement. It's one of the Tasha's special things.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh.
So whatever your movement is, you
Okay.
just get to add another on top of that as part of your rage. So it's like movement
Oh.
and a half. So,
Then I can make it to this guy.
there you go.
Wait.
Yeah, so I will rage. That is
Absolutely.
the thing I wanted to do.
I will rage. Okay.
I would like to rage, and I'm gonna go up to this guy, and I'm gonna take my, I guess my great axe that I had from before,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna do a smackety smack.
Perfect. Do it. A 12 will
That's the 12.
unfortunately miss.
Yep, I just like run up and I'm like, ah! And then just like whiff.
That's really funny. Also, just
I
so
would like to rage.
just-
Oh wait, hold on, never mind.
just so you know too, if you're looking at your D&D Beyond sheet above your Wisdom modifier where it says Beyond 20, if you click on it, there's a little thing in there. A menu will pop up, and it will say Barbarian Rage, and you can turn that on
Oh,
so that when you
yeah.
do hit.
Oh, I thought. Wait, it hasn't toggled on.
Oh well, if it's toggled on, that's fine. It'll add it when you hit. So
Cool.
just so you know. All right. So it's these guards. They all have to pass the confusion check.
My test.
Yes, because they're all jacked up right now. Let's see. Confusion. It is a DC. First of all, they have to roll a D10. So I'm gonna roll 3 D10s, and we're gonna see what happens. For 1, 2, 3. 9, 5, and 4. The first guy can do what he wants, and the second two can't do nothing. So this first
Ooh.
guy, we'll say, this was this one. He sees her there, but he also sees you coming to attack his friend. So he
Go for it.
doesn't know that
Come
the
at
rest
me,
of the
bro.
people are jacked up. So he's gonna move here and try and take a spear attack at you.
Yeah, he is. Come at me, bro.
21
Okay, yeah, that hits.
for it is only the first one. Yeah, because it's not both. Yeah, it's the 6, not the 8. So he just rolled really well. So you take 7 reduced to 4, because I like to round it on the up way for both you
Does-
and them.
Does Bol'bara get an attack of opportunity?
She does not have her dagger out at this time to stab. So, but it is her turn
Torch.
now. And seeing that he just ran by, she is, however, going to, yeah. You see Bol'bara as she looks at you go, neat, and she herself just disappears. And you don't know where she went, but she's currently disappeared.
Great.
And that's her turn. The others are gonna roll on their D10 life, see if they get anything out of it, because they're all still confused. 7, 2, 5, 2, nothing, 5, nothing, no creature. It has to attack its friend, its own person.
Mhm.
And it misses. So, Greenie, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, first off, I'll once again cast Vicious Mockery on that one this time. The one up top. The bottom one still has a disadvantage, right? And he's confused.
It does until next time he makes an attack, yeah. I forgot to roll
Yeah.
saves for all of them, so I'm just gonna roll 2 quick saves. I'm just gonna do it as 2 saves, because 1, 2. They all passed, so they're no longer all confused anymore. They've all passed. So
Okay. Well, I'll cast Vicious Mockery on the top one.
okay, wisdom save on that boy.
And I'm also
He fails.
I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Ono. And
Oh no.
Ono starts to sort of get this like faint smell of something really delicious food coming from these people in front of her.
I
Ooh,
love it. Oh my god. So good.
I am inspired to cook with the meat of my enemies.
I mean,
And,
ew.
and that's my turn.
All right. Um, I'm gonna say you don't know what it is or where she's going, but Bol'bara is gonna use one of her legendary actions. You still don't see her nothing. And it is Noth's turn.
Cool. I'm gonna pivot up slightly.
Pivot.
Pivot. And I'm going to, once again, my left arm begins bleeding, blood begins forming at my fingertips as I take... Let's find out.
You really are gonna kill yourself, huh?
Yep. 5 more damage. And I will... Let's see here.
Who are you attacking?
I will attack this one. Oh, no, hold on. I have ruler on. I will attack this one
Okay.
with the same lovely bloody firebolt.
All right.
17.
It does hit.
And I will crush the crystal to deal... Is that max damage? To deal
It's max
an
damage on your
additional-
firebolt.
6 damage.
As you throw this flaming bloody ball of just energy at this guard, you smash it in the face, and like radiation filled acid, it just encapsulates him and burns him to death. He is lay dead.
And not that anyone's looking back to look at him, but every time Naf does crush the crystal and his arm begins bleeding, he does his best to keep it hidden. I'm sure he's walking with like a trail of blood behind him, but he does look significantly like weaker, paler every single time he does this.
Any movement?
Great.
Or are you staying there?
I am staying there.
All right, Carrie.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action. Let's see. I'll go ahead and see if I can take care of one near Ono. So I'm gonna aim at that one and do my, I'm gonna run my finger up my left forearm over a particular constellation and let loose a very celestial looking arrow. See how we do to hit. It's 14 to hit.
It will miss. It's not so much it misses as it just hits. It doesn't quite penetrate the armor.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to try Guiding Bolt again, because I want to stay back here, thank you.
That does hit.
18 to hit. Lovely, lovely. Guiding Bolt. 16 damage.
There it is. That's you obliterate this man.
Lovely.
Anything else?
Who needs advantage when they're just dead?
I just howl like a dog.
Okay. She's gonna go ahead and use her other legendary action. You don't know where she is, but she be grooving. Oh no.
Yeah. There's two guys in front of me now.
Mhm.
I'm going to attack one of them.
Do it.
I will attack the one who is alive, or
Yep.
yeah.
He's alive.
yeah. I will do attack, great axe.
Just hits.
Go.
Just
Oh.
hits.
Woo!
Yep. 8 damage as you slice down with your great axe. It just severs this man's limb off, and he starts bleeding out, falls to the ground, dead.
I do a really gross of how I'm gonna cook with it, and then I'm like, ew, wait, that's gross, as I think about it for a second, and I'm like, why do I feel inspired to do this?
Any movement or anything you want to do in a bonus action?
I don't think I have a bonus action.
Okay.
But I'll move up to the next guy
Oh,
and just be like intimate.
all right. So this guy, seeing that you just rolled up on him, he's not confused anymore. So he's just gonna go ahead and try and spear attack you for a
Yeah, that
7.
makes sense.
He's like, ah!
That does not hit.
He misses. All right. So Bol'bara, who was hidden with her ability, she drops invisibility, and you see her run right to the doorway of this tent, and you hear yelling in some very spooky language, and you see floating
Spooky.
out of the top of this tent is the commander, and she's almost like the shadow is extended from her arm, gripping him by the throat, holding him up in the air, and then she raises her second arm, and a second shadowy extension, almost tendril-like, starts to extend from her, and those two primary tendrils kind of split off, and you see there's 8 to 10 more smaller tendrils coming out of the two larger ones, and they all latch on to different pieces of this commander. And then you see that she starts to float herself up in the air to kind of make eye contact, even though they're still 20 or so feet apart, and she just starts chanting, and you see for the few seconds that she's chanting whatever she's chanting, does anybody speak deep speech?
Damn it.
Nope.
Yes!
How far away are you? That's my real question.
I'm far.
Yeah, you are.
Close enough.
You're
God damn
100
it.
115.
I'm gonna say because it's in your spell range, you can make out bits and pieces of it. And in deep speech, you just hear her say, "The blood of you and your ancestors is on your head," and just rips this man into about 30 different pieces and just scatters him across the battlefield.
So it's like the Thinker's death in Suicide Squad.
Just rips this man, just pieces of him go everywhere, and she turns and she sees all of you, and she's gonna start making her way.
I'm literally
Okay.
doing the golf clap.
Good.
Yes. These two venture guards, one of them just saw you take out his coworker, Naf, so he's gonna use his action to dash, and he's gonna get to right there.
Oh no, we don't like that.
And then this one is going to step over here and try and flank you, Ono, to try and, do something helpful.
Oh
He hits you, but your shell is so hard and so shield-like for you that it just hits it and just kind of dings off. And you see the guard, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing? Stab her in the legs!" Greenie, it's your turn.
Okay. I look back over to Nav, seeing Nav, however you do. Seem pretty pale and trail of blood behind him. I'll cast a little bit of healing word for the man.
How far away are you? Are you within 60? Yeah, you are. 55 feet. Look at you. 6 healing
Alright.
points for you now.
Hey, that means I can vital sacrifice some more.
Yeah, you can.
And Barbosa, Bol'bara.
Or Bosa.
Yes. I mean, she does have tentacles.
It does.
Freaking, let's get Davy Jones in here. Where's the black?
Uh-huh.
Where's the black pearl?
Uh-huh.
She's making our way towards us. Yeah?
She definitely has eyes on you now.
Ah.
Freaking
yeah,
Barbosa.
that's sort of scary. Okay.
I'm dead serious that I'm golf clapping.
Is this guy alive? Is this a dude?
He's alive.
Wait.
Yeah, he's alive.
What the? Oh shit! I'm not gonna back up.
Yeah, that guy's coming after me, man. I just blew up his buddy.
Uh-huh.
I'll do a little vicious mockery towards that guy then, cause that's the only thing bards can really do.
Gotta take magic, initiate, and get a couple more spells.
Honestly, but
Well, it fails. How do you mock this man as he's running?
Oh god, this is the thing that I was honestly regretting, or
It can be something
regretting.
super basic, or you can just
Call him a doo-doo head.
You could call him, in
Uh,
fact, a doo-doo head.
I'm gonna a couple bees start to swarm, illusionary bees start to swarm around his head, and they just keep on coming and coming like out of thin air, and he sort of starts to freak out, and then he just falls to the ground and sort of just dies from shock, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Phantom anaphylactic shock.
Each illusionary bee is just mocking him by saying, "You like jazz? You like jazz? You like jazz? You like jazz?"
That's really funny. All right.
Is he dead or is he?
He's not dead. He had
Okay.
taken no damage
not
yet.
dead?
He
Oh, I
hasn't
thought-
taken any damage yet.
I think our lovely DM just wanted you to
Oh.
insult him.
I thought.
No.
Okay.
I just wanted you to insult him.
Oh shit.
That's all.
No, I can't come up with an
No,
insult.
you were.
I'm not that clever.
All right. She is gonna use her. Actually, hold on. I just changed what her token looks like, so hopefully this works. Let's see. She's gonna use her legendary, one of her legendary actions, and you'll see now what it is. And she was moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's gonna go right here. Hold, please. She looks like this, basically. Yes. So, but that is Bol'bara right now. Just because I like that token, I think it's funny.
It's good. I like it too.
Ew. That's a grell?
No, it's just a thing I found that has tentacles. That's all. It is Nof's turn.
Cool. I will. I'm gonna use it as many times as I can. I'm gonna bonus action crush, or begin bleeding a little bit as I form a bloody crystal, and I take 1 damage.
Okay.
Are you
And-
disappointed that it's just one?
Kind of.
I thought
Kind
you
of.
might be.
And I'm gonna see him. This guy's coming after me. I'm going to not describe what I do with the spell yet, in case it fails, because I have something fun. But I'm gonna try and cause fear.
Ooh, wisdom save on this guy, huh? And you're within 60 feet of him?
Yeah, I'm within 50.
Excellent.
Luda.
These guys can't pass wisdom saves apparently to save their life.
Yeah, they
Literally.
Literally.
Okay, so I hold my bloodied hand out towards him and cause fear, and I'll put it in the chat the lamp. And love me some necromancy spells, and I as I have my one bloodied hand pointed out towards him, I grab with my other hand, the bandage I have over my left eye,
Mm-hmm.
I remove it to reveal a deep green glowing eye socket.
Oh.
And there's no eye, but there is this deep greenish glow coming from it. And as the mortality within him begins awakening, my face kind of takes a skeletalized visage. And as I hold my arm out towards him, I just mutter a few words, both to myself and to him. Like, I kind of picturing he's hearing it in his mind as he's terrified, and I'm just muttering, that his will overtake you. Be his visage. Be afraid. And that is my turn.
He is appropriately afraid.
I think Ono's like a little bit afraid as well. Not like functionally, just like the fuck?
There you go. Carrie,
Did you
it
hear
is
it?
Unfortunately.
your turn. I don't think it's one that's mental. I think it's one that he just yells it out. So it is possible.
I
Well,
like to,
let's see.
I am speaking it out, but I'd like to imagine he's not seeing my mouth move. He's seeing the skeletal visage replace my head, and I like to imagine he's like it's hitting him in his mind. I'm very much saying it out loud, but I like to imagine he's not hearing me say it, rather than he's so much hearing it within his mind,
Got it.
seeing the horror of my face.
Makes
You
sense.
all hear it if you're in range.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. I would like to call out to Bol'bara. Who was it? What was the name of the chieftain who sent us?
His name is. I had it right here.
Can't
Where
find
did it go?
I can just call him that dude. That's fine.
Ogre Lord Bufal the Second.
Boofall.
Bufal.
Okay.
Who fall these nuts?
Pretty much.
Oh, geez. Okay, so I'm just gonna call out to her, Madam Bol'bara, your chieftain, Boofal sent us, but you seem to be, doing fine on your own. I approve of these, righteous deaths. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take a bonus action shot at our friend here.
Okay.
Surprise!
Do you get any bonuses when people are frightened? I just think they have
don't know.
disadvantage. I don't think you have advantage on them, but let's find out real quick.
That's a 19 to hit anyway.
It will hit, but
Yeah.
Frightened. No, he just has disadvantage on ability checks. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
That hits.
Okay,
Do it.
so let me roll up some damage. Seven.
He's still standing.
Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and stride forward and pull out my scimitar and see how that goes.
All right, do it. That is
13.
You go to swing on him, and he just he's cowering in fear from Knopf, and his shield is just up at the right angle, and it just ding. Your scimitar just bounces off it.
All right, so I'm just menacingly in my star form over him.
All right. She's gonna use her last legendary action of the turn and move her movement speed. 3, 4, 5, 6. Moving closer, and as she gets closer, you hear her yell, "Die, die! Everyone must die!"
Oh, good.
Really don't like that.
Oh no.
No. Yes, that is your name.
Best name.
I guess I'm just gonna swing at one of the guys in front of me.
Do you want to do it recklessly so you have advantage, or
Can't wait. Can I do that yet? At level 2?
I think maybe.
I want to say that I definitely thought that was a later thing, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's a level 2 thing. Reckless
Oh, it is a
attack
level
and
2
danger
thing, great.
sense. Yes.
Cool. I just associated it with my level 3 stuff I was getting. Yeah, it's reckless. Let's do it.
I mean, they have flanking advantage on you anyway, so
Right?
Right. So which one you attacking? The one above or below? Orange or green?
Are they both evenly hit?
Yes.
Okay, then the one on the top.
Okay. Roll me that at advantage. If you hold shift and hit roll for the attack, it will roll it at advantage. And control is for disadvantage. Bam, 24. You just turn and just whoosh, spin your great axe into this dude's gut.
Nice.
For 7. Jesus. Yeah, you slice the man in half. Yeah, the man is no longer alive. You just turn, whoosh, separate this man. He's dead.
And then I just turn around to look at the guy behind me like, you're next.
He is not excited for the future. It is
Me neither.
It is his turn, so he's gonna. I'm gonna say he's actually. I'm gonna do a wisdom save on this man. He's pretty scared of you. He's just going to attack regularly rather than recklessly because he wants to not die. So,
Well, he
so,
gets advantage of me because of my reckless attack.
yeah. I mean, I was gonna say
And he also got a crit,
he's
so-
scared, so he just having to roll a crit. So you get 8 damage reduced to 4 as he goes to stab at you, and he hits you out of fear. It's just like perfectly hit. And he's gonna try and run away. So you get an attack of opportunity if you want.
Hell
3, 4,
yeah.
5, 6. So
Hey,
you hit
getting
him.
that attack.
11. Yeah, you catch him in his legs as he's going to run, and you basically detach them above the knee, and he falls to the ground and bleeds out to death.
I just like snarl at him.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yep.
You just shall we say? So cool. So it's not a big deal right now, but remember you can't have a shield and use a great axe at the same time. You can't have the shield equipped.
Yeah, I realized that. Yeah, my
You're cool.
AC is 17.
Yeah, you're good. They weren't hitting you very hard anyway. Well, the crit hit, but you know. All right, so
Yeah, no, yeah.
she
It had nothing was close in either direction. It was either it
Yeah.
very much hit or very
or
much
very much missed. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So seeing that everyone's dying, she is going to go ahead and she sees you, Greenie, because you're the first one there. She's gonna go ahead and make 2 Eldritch blasts at you.
Oh, fuck.
1, 2. 15 and a 16 on you, Greenie, for a total of 17 force damage. And then she's going to use her movement and walk right up in your face and just lean over you and just start drooling. And you hear, die, die, everyone must die. Greenie, it's your turn.
Yeah. Wow, okay. Okay. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on her.
Great spell. Wisdom save, DC. I forgot how good you rolled and all your saves are real high for level 2. Wisdom save, DC 15.
Ah.
She got it. She got it. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm thinking.
Remember, you do have a potion that you started with. So.
Is that just a 2d4 plus 2 potion?
Yes. You can drink it as a bonus action, or you can hold it until as an action, or just, you know, whatever you
It's
want.
better than being at like 3
okay.
health.
I mean,
well-
it's true. You don't have to use it, it's just an option, you know.
I
Also, who did
have-
you give your snacks to earlier that give temporary HP to people?
Oh, me.
Just to yourself, yeah. Who did you give snacks to? Because you have 2 of them that you gave out, and they're bonus actions to eat.
I assumed that I just have them for now.
Okay. fair
Oh
enough.
no, sorry. Oh, the temporary HP.
Yeah.
I give a me 8-1, and I don't know if anyone wanted to say that they were with me, and I don't know if I actually shared them. we weren't. We're
Fair.
not friends enough.
Fair. It's true. Did she take the half damage?
From whispers.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she didn't. I forgot to add that on there. Maybe. She needs
I have
7.
a flask of holy water.
Oh,
It would
snap.
take an action to throw, right, or something.
Um,
Like that.
she's right in front of you. So if you're gonna try and use a flask, I'll say that if you want to burn your bonus action and your movement, that you could try and do something with it.
Yeah, I'll throw a flask of holy water at a demon-y looking kind of thing.
Okay, just go ahead and roll just a straight, we'll say it's just a melee spell attack, effectively, for that roll. So just roll your normal, roll a spell. roll a spell attack.
Uh,
If you have any spell attack
I
rolls.
do not have any. I think I
Okay.
could there we go.
Yes. 19. Yeah, that's gonna hit her. Does it say specifically what the holy water does? Because if not,
the
I
target
know
is a fiend or undead, it takes 2d6 radiant damage.
that's exactly
That's
what
a-
I was gonna say. It is.
Thing?
Yeah, holy water's a real thing.
I mean, I know it's an item, but I thought it was just a spell component. I didn't realize it actually dealt damage to
Yeah, you
undead.
Yep. All right. So go ahead and roll 2d6. As you pour this holy water on her, some of the shadow begins to rescind, as if that was very effective, almost like she was vulnerable to the holy water.
I'm so happy I bought the holy water, man.
All right, so that's your turn. Enough.
Yeah, I see this. Need to calculate some distance. Going to walk feeling slightly confident. Slightly. Walk a bit out of cover, and I am using a spell slot for it, but I'm going to try and attempt to transfer my cause fear over to her.
Okay. Go ahead. It's wisdom save on this lady.
Yeah.
She feels the fear.
Okay, as the other guy loses the fear because it's concentration. So he's no longer afraid. But I look to her as I hold my hand out again. I imagine, I at this point, I don't care about the eye. The bandage is probably just flowing in the wind somewhere. So I still have the skeletal visage, the green glowing eye, and I hold my hand out towards her, and I say, and I'm kind of semi-shouting this at her, seeing I may not be a warlock, but I see fellow powerful, like, possession, right? So I say, his will is stronger. The Undying King demands you be afraid! And that is my turn, as the flashing left eye socket flashes once more with, like, a brighter green. That's my turn.
Perfect. Carrie.
Okay. So when the holy water hit her, you said that it looked like
It looked like it
like
did.
was it like the darkness kind of coiling off of her?
Yeah, it was like it was vulnerable to the holy water. You don't know if it was the holy water itself, or that it was because it was blessed, or because of anything, but whatever was specifically in that holy water vial coiled
Does she
it.
look any less nuts at all?
No, she just looks real messed up though. She's not looking any less crazy. She still looks completely possessed, but she does look a lot. There's less shadow emitting from her, but she is still encompassed in it.
Okay.
She does not have her creepy tentacles that rip the commander into many pieces.
Okay. Okay. Ah, shit. I'm gonna do something stupid. It'll be fun. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and advance up to. Whoops. Advance to here. And
He's
are
gonna
you?
take an attack of opportunity at you as you run away from him. He's
Oh,
not...
was I that close to him? I didn't think I was. Oh, I was,
Yeah, 'cause
wasn't I?
you,
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You scimitarred
That's
that
fine.
guy. He's not
You're
feared
right.
anymore, so he rolls a 17 for 2 damage.
Okay. Okie dokie. So I'm first of all going to take an action and put my hand on to Greenie's head and just say, retreat if you can, friend. And 8 points of healing for you. And then I am actually going to, and I'm still in my starry form, and if for flavor, if I can kind of make it even more luminous, more radiant, I'm going to take her face in my hands and just look at her and say her name softly and just say, "We have been sent here to help. We will get you out safely. We will take you home. The compassion of Melora, she is with us tonight."
Alright. She is staring into your face, confused and scared at the same time.
Yeah.
Because she's scared of Naf and confused at you speaking with her, and that's where we're at right now.
And I'm just gonna keep like you'd talk to a scared animal, you know?
Alright. Oh no, it is your turn.
Smack the guy in front of me.
All the guys around you are dead.
Oh, right, because he ran away.
Yep, he ran away and you killed him. They're all the guys. You're just surrounded by
Right.
dead people.
Are any of the guards still alive?
Just this one up here. The one that was scared of Naf.
Ah. I can't get close enough to him to do anything.
You have a javelin, right?
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna run up.
Run closer and javelin him.
Yeah, I'm gonna run closer and then I'm just gonna yeet.
Yeet. Do it. Yeah, that hits. I think your
Woo!
minimum damage will probably kill him. Yeah. As you run up, you just you throw it, and it hits him right in the base of his spine. And you had like this perfect spiral, and it just kept going and going and dug through his spine, and pins him to the ground, no longer in the land of the living. So, but yeah,
I
that's.
just like give up a battle cry, like ah!
Yeah. All right, it is Bol'bara's turn. She is currently scared of Naf, with her face being held by Carrie, with a very beaten up Greenie in front of her. She's gonna look at you, Carrie. As you hold her, she's gonna lift up her hands and whisper something in deep speech. And I need you to make for me a DC 12 wisdom saving throw as she tries to cast Hold Person on you.
Okie dokie. Oh!
Oh.
She whispers something, and you feel like this strange grip kind of overtake your body for just a short moment, and then it just doesn't quite take the hold that you think she was probably expecting. And she still has this look of cowering fear in her eyes.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, it is alright, yes. I know you are scared. I know you want to hurt everything. You are safe. You are safe.
Greenie, you are up, good sir. What do you wish to do? Run away. All right.
I'm muted. Okay. Yeah,
Um,
I'd say she's sufficiently distracted enough to.
Yes, since she's been using both of her hands to do Eldritch Blast, she is just gonna try an unarmed strike you at disadvantage. Because, you know, she has a +0, so it's gonna be this -2, whatever this comes out to be, because I don't have the unarmed thing for her. So this is -2 to the roll.
Oh!
It's the most it's gonna be is 1 damage. So you
Well,
take.
she has disadvantage because
Did that
I'm
not?
in
Oh,
line of sight.
I thought that rolled at disadvantage. Poopy. Wait.
Oh my god,
You take 1 damage as she just like claws at you. 1 damage.
that's funny.
Damn.
But hey, it's only 1 damage. So she didn't have her dagger out, or else that would have been a lot more painful.
That's true.
Naf. Oh, she has to make that save again at the end of her turn, right?
Well, I'm not done with my turn.
Oh, sorry. Whoops. But she failed it anyway on her turn.
She's still scared.
I'm keeping that 1 for you, but Greenie,
I'm
it
gonna
is still your turn.
healing word myself.
Good call.
It's
It's a hell of a healing word.
Third.
Max
Oh,
level.
I'm crazy. So can I like viciously mock the shadow and not hurt? Like, is that?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
see that
All
she's
right.
more of like completely possessed by it, so whatever is being said seemingly is being said to the shadow, because it's speaking in deep speech rather than common or goblin, whatever she normally speaks.
I would love to just try to overpower their own like die kind of words and just like tell 'em to shut up, man. God damn it.
Alright, DC 15 wisdom save. She has disadvantage on her next attack and takes 3 damage. She is looking like she's on, like the shadow is on Death's driveway. Right at the door.
Not at the door, but on the driveway.
Like on the steps out front the door at the driveway, that little side split that walks from the driveway to the door, she's like right in that little walkway.
Podcast I was listening to today was saying, yep, he's got like a Adirondack chair just parked right there outside the door.
Yep, pretty much. She's getting to that chair. She's close. Neff.
I begin walking forward a little bit, imposing my presence of fear. And flavor-wise, I like to imagine as I'm walking forward, the shadow sees. I'm less humanoid and less human and more skeletalized as I begin walking closer. And as I begin walking closer, I'm going to swap to deep speech.
Oh snap!
Because I can speak that.
Oh snap!
And I will say to the shadow, "You are weak and pitiful, and nothing but an ant compared to the power of the Whispered One." And
Alright.
end my turn holding the fear.
Okay. Alright. Carrie, it's your turn.
I'm going to just call out, do what you will to the shadow, but do not hurt her. Do not physically hurt her. And then I'm just gonna I've got a hold of her face. I don't want her to feel like she's trapped. And I'm gonna switch to Celestial and just start a prayer to Melora. Just very soothing, very radiant. And then I just intersperse that with Bol'bara. Bol'bara,
Alright.
come back to us. You're safe.
Alright. Oh no.
There's no one else to kill, right?
Just the shadow demon.
I don't know if I'm actually smart enough to really separate the evil shadow. Like, during a rage right now, I feel like I'm not really smart enough to tell the difference. All I can tell is that Shadow is still there and Shadow is still creepy, so I think I'm just gonna run up and attack it.
Do it. You can get to, I think, right behind it. I would say even if you're in, I mean, yeah, because you can get behind it, technically flank, because to her, Carrie is a threat, because the Shadow Demon does not enjoy Celestial, or anything that's not deep speech. That will hit.
Ooh.
So as you sprint over and you hear this chanting and you see the shadow a little smaller than it was a few seconds ago, you slice your axe down through, and it's strange because you're expecting it to connect with musculature and bone, but it seems to pass through almost like you're just like waving it at thin air. But as you catch it, it's like the shadow kind of rips off of her goblin form and it kind of attaches itself to the end of your axe and then falls like this black tarry liquid to the ground. And you see that Bol'bara, in her now goblin form, falls to the ground unconscious.
Oh,
And
I want to try to break her fall.
Yeah, you can totally break her fall.
Yeah.
So, she falls to the ground, very much unconscious. So if you want to try and roll a medicine check to stabilize her or anything like that, you are more than welcome. She is currently at 0 HP and unconscious.
Yeah. I'm going to use one of my potions. Give it to
Okay.
her.
All right.
Is the shadow like still a part of her?
You see that the majority of it you reclaimed from her, but a small little bit is there and seems to climb into her. As far as you can tell, it may never be able to fully be separated. And those of you who are magic will know that sometimes, when people make magical contracts with something else, the being that they made the contract with, there's always going to be a little piece of them inside the person they made. Like, the patron will always have a piece of themselves inside
So
of the patron.
is there like a piece of shadow that's just like chilling in the area?
Just a little bit.
I'm not saying that this is gonna have any effect, but what I would like to do is just follow it around and try to smash the shadow, like not her anymore.
Stomp on it.
Yeah, just like, you know, stomp on it or like poke it with my javelin or like just like dumb following it around poking at stuff.
Alright, yeah, you just run around, you keep slashing at it, poking at it, and eventually it just kind of seeps into a hole in the ground that it finds.
Yeah, that seems like a smart thing for it to do.
Yeah. So you guys were able to disperse the shadow from her, ripping it from her and removing her from its current possessive grasp. And we're gonna go ahead and take a. You guys want a 5 or a 10-minute break? You tell me.
I'm good with a 10.
All right.
And would be good, yeah,
Cool.
please.
I want to eat some banana bread. All right, cool. Let's do a 10-minute break and let's come back at 51. So we'll be back in like
Cool.
10
So,
minutes.
10-minute break.
All right.
Wait, we're gonna be back in 10 minutes from our 10-minute break? That's wild.
All right. The
Right.
recording. Oh my God! Is everyone ready?
Is
1. Unpause.
All right. So we're back. You guys just saved Bol'bara and healed her. She's very unconscious. She's
you
like
said
passed
you
out.
guys just saved, and I'm like, wait, is this like a video game where we can hit save?
You guys just saved.
Where's the grace point?
Grace point. No, you guys saved Bol'bara and then healed her up. But I mean, she's unconscious just from being exhausted and being possessed, but she's not in mortal peril.
I think Naf probably collapses in a similar fashion. He looks exhausted as well. He just used a lot of power, and he is absolutely dripping blood everywhere. So he kind of collapses to the ground a little, and kind of tries to cover his eye with his still bleeding left hand.
10-ish seconds after I smash the thing away from her, I go, oh fuck, and scare myself back into my shell and go onto my back, and I just roll back and forth a little bit.
I'm just looking around like, I've got this little battered goblin woman. Naf's over there bleeding out. Ono's on her back again. Greenie?
You know,
Are you alright?
Greenie, in the span of 10 seconds, Greenie went from like almost dead to like back to completely normal.
It was a hard
But are
10
you
seconds.
completely normal though?
You got that one slap damage.
I've got like a little bit of a bruise in my arm.
But emotionally.
Yeah, he's fine. He'll live through this. Don't worry about him.
All right. So it is getting quite dark, as you can probably see. You still have the light around you, but if you go anywhere outside of where these lights are, it's basically nighttime at this point, because you guys snuck around for a while. You watched her destroy a lot of the camp, then you fought her and saved her. So you guys are welcome to sleep here for the night. You go camp in the swamp. It's up to you.
Did this look like, when the doors were opened, did this look like a mess hall?
Yes.
Okay, with still covering my eye, like I'm sure the green glow's kind of peeking out from behind my bloody fingers a little bit. I kind of struggle to get up and I begin just like walk rushing towards the building,
Okay.
probably leaving another trail of blood behind me as I walk.
Mhm.
So you got a mess hall here, and you have a whole bunch of tents down here too. So if tents are more your game, and you
I'm
have
going
cages with the
to-
dogs still in them.
Yep. I'm going to gust, use my gust cantrip on Ono again in that way that I did before.
Like a rollover.
Yeah,
Yep, yep. Best use of gust.
I know, right?
So you just start rocking back and forth. Then with a little bit of extra
Mhm.
oomph, you go, and you just roll back over.
As I get to the doors, I'll kind of reach into my pocket using my right hand, and I'll fumble with it a little bit. I'll pull out a torch and quickly light it, and then get back to covering my eye with my left hand, holding a torch with my right as I go into the mess hall.
All right, you should be able just to walk it. Let me put some light on you here. Boop boop doo. Actually, we're just gonna do it this way. Yeah, because there isn't really that much light in here, but we'll do it this way. Boop, boop. But here's what I'm gonna do anyway. We're gonna put a torch over here. We'll say there's some in here because it is a mess hall, so we'll say you don't need to have a torch on, but you can still have it on so
Cool.
you can see a little bit better.
Well, I'm going to be walking to what I assume to be like the kitchen area, this back door here.
You go back there and it's actually not a kitchen. It is a torture chamber. Table covered in blood with lots of different torture devices in this room. You can assume that she probably escaped from here and was trying to flee the fort when you guys arrived, and that's what blasted the guys off of the towers. And then they recaptured her and took her to the other tent where they continue to torture and kill and revive her.
Are there any, bloodied or not, are there any rags around?
Yes.
I just quickly grab one and wrap it around my head to cover my left eye.
It was
And
not
then-
bloody, but it was not clean.
Fine. The eye's gone. But I wrap it around my eye and then I just walk back out and just kind of collapse backwards into one of these seats.
Alright.
Just breathing kind of heavily.
Okay.
Oh no. Can you take her into there? And I'm
Into where?
holding the
Into-
little goblin out to you. In there with Naf. I have something to do.
I guess I'm gonna try. I mean, I'm assuming I can assume if I'm not like in a rush that I can probably lift, drag, carry her over.
He's just a little goblin.
Yeah, she's a little goblin girl. Everyone knows you can always trust little goblin girls.
I will
Is
be
our
right back.
Is our DM muted?
No,
I don't know.
I'm right here.
Oh.
Sorry, I was distracted. My dog wouldn't leave me alone.
So I'm gonna hand
He
over.
knows what you did!
I'm gonna hand over Bol'bara, and I'm gonna come up here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna come search these guards for the keys.
They have the keys, and the cultist is also there.
I'm ignoring the cultist for now.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, little cousins, to the dogs. Little cousins, I've come to let you out. I think we can find food. You do not want to leave here yet because there are traps, bear traps outside. Stay with me. Yes?
And the dog kind of looks at you, goes, okay.
All right. So I will let out the dogs.
All right. So,
Who let the dogs out?
Thus answering that question.
the three
Let
masters,
loose the hounds of war!
they immediately run over to the guards and start ripping them apart.
That's fine.
And
Good job.
As they go over there, and you kind of watch them, the the guy in the jail kind of backs away, just into the as far towards you in the cage as he can, just to not get human remains thrown on him. But you do notice as they like are throwing things around off of the guards that a very nice scimitar gets thrown in one direction, and a coin purse gets thrown in a similar direction.
Oh, hello.
The two guards each have a coin purse, and they both contain 26 copper and 17. Oh, so 26 copper and 17 copper, respectively. So we're just gonna say 50 copper total because I don't want to
Okay.
add those together. And you also find, it's kind of interesting that you're the one that went up there because this is the weapon you use: a black bladed +1 scimitar.
Hello.
So it is a +1 scimitar, but there's nothing super special about it other than the blade itself is black, like it's made of onyx.
Excellent.
So
I mean, that's just cool.
Yeah, probably,
so you might
cursed
actually,
or whatever, it
you
still
might
looks
actually
cool.
be able to add black bladed +1 scimitar into your
Okay,
into your inventory.
I'll check.
If not, it's just a +1 scimitar, and you can always just put it in the customization black bladed.
Right.
Yes,
So for now, I'll just like slide that through my sash, and I'm just standing there, watching the dogs tear apart these people with approval, just calm.
and then once they get done with that, they go in there and they start eating the food out of the actual tent, and then they go to sleep in there.
They're very good dogs. Very good boys.
Are they boys or are they good?
All dogs are very good boys.
But they are both male
Except for
and,
the one for
and
girls.
male
Yeah.
and female dogs.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Then I will just turn and stare at the cultists, not really changing my aspect at all. Just look at him and raise an eyebrow.
Could you just let me go?
Why are you here?
I I was, well, see, I was put I was in a I was I was researching. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was researching in the Brokenveil Marsh, um, looking for stuff. But since I'm not necessarily what you would call human, and he kind of takes his helmet off, or his headpiece, and he definitely looks like a very pale, um, very skeletal looking humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, you can roll a history check to see if you know what.
I would like to, yes.
Go for it.
No idea.
He just looks like a very malnourished, not well taken care of human man. He says, see, I am a scholar and a man of education from, well, I'm not from this realm. I'm from the far realm, from Rothold. And I came here looking, like I said, for stuff, and I got arrested for no reason other than they don't like undead, I guess. So,
Rothold in
sorry, what was
Blight Shore?
um,
The Blight Shore?
well, I mean, yeah and no. I'm from there, but I'm a scholar of the Far Realm. I've been there a couple times, but I'm also studying it. And that's where I'm from Rothold.
I would like to roll an insight check.
Go
I
for
don't
it.
care about where he's from, particularly, aside from the fact that I know Rothold pretty well. I just would like to know about this getting arrested for no reason business.
Okay. Roll an insight check and see if you can glean.
Whoops, I think that was investigation. Sorry, let me do insight.
Twas indeed.
It's a good roll, though.
Mm-hmm.
Not so good. All right.
He seems to fully believe that he was arrested for just being different.
Yeah, okay, so to his mind, it was for no reason. Sure.
I mean, you saw these people torturing a goblin woman who then got
Yeah.
possessed, so his story might
Yeah.
add up.
Very true.
Doesn't seem like he's lying. He's in a cage.
Yes.
He can't go anywhere, so.
Did you see what they did to the goblin woman? Did you observe?
I only saw when she was outside of here. They beat her
Ah.
on when they drug her in. But it seems that they got what they deserved. Especially the guy
All
who
right,
stabbed the dog.
I let you go.
He's gonna walk over to the guy who stabbed the dog and just
Yeah.
stomp on his head a few times, or the remains of his head.
I like you.
He's like, F you. And then he's like, well, I'm gonna leave now, so please don't kill me. Bye. And he just starts running very quickly away.
Watch out for the bear traps.
You see that he runs. He was gonna run up the tower, but then because he didn't expect the door to be open, but then he saw the door open, he's like, okay, bye, and he just takes off out the front door.
And I am yelling, watch out for the bear traps.
A few, like 30 seconds go by, we hear, ah!
Right.
It's a good thing he's a hollow one and has come back a few times. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, anything else you wish to do before I assume you go to sleep for the night, Carrie?
Loot these bodies.
One has a holy symbol on it, the cleric,
Mm.
and it's not to a god that you recognize. It's not necessarily to a good god either, because they
Okay.
were torturing and bringing back the person from the dead over and over. And this other guy is just a standard guard. He just has a coin purse with 10 copper in it, and a spear.
All right.
So.
Well, I will come back and toss the holy symbol on the table in front of people and say, I have no interest. This is none of mine. But I found these, and I will put the money on the table.
That is a total
And-
of 60 copper.
Yeah, and I use this weapon and found this. Does anyone wish it?
I mean, I already took the last time we found a cool weapon. So, I mean, it's not really cool, it's just a weapon. But I mean, I don't think I deserve this one as well. Besides, it's not really my style.
Well, yes, it's not a question of deserve. It just if you can use it if someone wants.
I mean, I think I can use it, but I mean,
I happy to keep. I like it. And I'm like, turning it over and looking at the blade and the light.
anyone have any complaints if she keeps it?
I nod my head, and I would like to reach over with my non-bloodied hand and grab the holy symbol and see if I can tell what it is.
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Religion.
I added the scimitar to your thing, and it is... Actually, I should make it +1. It just says black-bladed scimitar +1 in your inventory, so all you gotta do is click
Lovely.
it to... There's no black-bladed one per se, so
Yeah.
I just named it that for you.
Thanks.
With this, it's from a... It's not a god that is common within the pantheons. You'd have to go and do some more research. It's not one that you have ever seen, so it's not one that you necessarily recognize. It's not anything from like your past that you've seen, but it's definitely to someone. It's likely not to someone good, because it's got blacks and darker colors on there. But you imagine if they're continuously killing and resurrecting someone, it's probably not to a god on the lawful or good side of things. So.
Interesting.
So, anything else you wish to do for the night, Naf, before I assume resting?
Yeah, I just look at the others as I grab the symbol. Are the others coming into the room? You guys gonna come in here?
I assume everybody's inside now.
Yeah.
No.
I assume I'm inside. I'm
Well,
probably
at least
anxiously munching something.
Those of you are. Where
I
did
want to be searching the
big
tent where the
commander?
boss was at. Yeah.
Oh, good call.
All right. Cool.
Good call.
So you can go ahead and let me pull that up over here. Commander's quarters. All right. So go ahead and roll me a investigation check.
Ooh.
Good. All right. So as you walk around here, this place is just showered in, well, sinew and meat and blood. You see that there is a just regular like paperwork and office stuff and desks and a cot in here to sleep on and some clothes. But there's also a wooden chest at the foot of his bed. It's locked and it is trapped. With that investigation check, you discover that there is a poisoned needle hidden in the chest's lock. So you can try and disarm the trap if you would like, or some other way to get the chest open, or you can leave it.
Wait, there's a poison needle in the lock?
Yeah, as you see this chest, you kind of look down to see if it's locked. You see, like, right sticking out of it just a little bit, there is a long sliver of metal, and you can see there's a little chamber attached to it that's like when it would poke flesh, it would disperse poison into the flesh.
So would you not be able to fit like a key in the keyhole?
It likely has. If you had the key, you could probably slip the key past it. But if you're trying to just open it and pick it, it would likely poison you. Unless you pass the check.
Can I spend a couple minutes trying to like search the chunks of the commander? Oh god. And
Yeah,
then before I
you
try
can.
disarming it.
Yeah, you can do that. I'll say you can do another investigation with advantage since you got a good one before. Okay. You are able to find what you think might be the key. It's a key that looks like it would fit, so.
I think I'll be safe. I'll try getting it in there.
Okay. So go ahead and stick it in there and turn it. And I'm just going to roll a d100. You tell me, do you want it high or do you want it low?
Ooh, high. Always high. Yes, sir.
As you
Mhm.
very dexterously, you take this key and you slide it in, and you're sweating. You're getting real close to this needle. You feel it start to just brush the back of your hand as you got to put this key real far in there, and it's like your scales are just warding it off just enough. You feel like if your skin was any softer or any fleshier, it would be pierced. But you get it in there, hold your breath for a second, and you just turn it. And as soon as you turn it, the needle spits out across the room and plunges into the wall and just breaks.
Ooh.
And as you flip open this chest, you find a 10 silver ingots stamped with the crest of the Dwendalian Empire, as well as a potion. And I'll say, go ahead and give me a Arcana check, and I can tell you if you know what the potion is right off the cuff. Oh yeah, you know.
I'm rolling.
It is a potion of mind reading.
Ooh.
And as you look a little further in here as well, you also find a ornate coral-handled dagger, a magnifying glass, and a dog-eared book of Eastern Wynandir mythology titled Fabled Mutants of the Miskath Strand. So, I copied those and put those in the chat for you.
Okay. I'm gonna take the potion and the magnifying glass.
Okay. You can carry the ingots as well. They're not super heavy. They're only probably about half a pound each.
Could I like drag the entire chest to the? To
I mean, if you want to, you could probably just pick it up and carry it. You're a pretty averagely strong person. So
I'll come barging in and drop the chest in the middle of the ground.
All right. So you guys see all of these things. You see more of just the iron ingots just tumble out. The potion, luckily, it wasn't in there when you did that, or else it would probably have been smashed. Um, but yes, so you have all of those things. Oh no, was there anything? Well, Greenie, was there anything else you wanted to do for the night before bedding down?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I
Any
think I'm gonna make some snacks if I can, but like that's about it.
All right, so you go ahead and you make some snacks, and you guys can bed down for the evening.
Can we set watches?
You can, or you can also go and relock that front door to the fort and then lock the door to the chapel where you're at. If you want to do it that way. That way you don't necessarily have to watch, but you're really secured.
I'd like to do both, but that's
Alright.
me.
Okay. Your mastiffs will sleep with you guys inside the
Oh,
big hall too.
puppies!
So
I want to
Yeah,
keep them.
before passing out, Naf would ask if anyone had any problems with him keeping the holy symbol.
No?
You're not gonna do anything like evil with it, are you?
guy
If you
uses blood for
It's
magic.
like
research evil, if you
To
consider
me.
research evil,
I mean, I wouldn't consider it necessarily good or evil. I think research is inherently neutral.
Hmm.
That is a good way to think about it. It's what you do with the research.
alright, well then, I'm just gonna hold on to this. And I kind of clutch it close a little bit, and I immediately kind of like fall backwards onto the table a little bit and just pass out.
Alright, well, with nothing else that you guys wish to do for the rest of the night, you guys are able to get a long rest. Greenie, because I think, did you fail the con check on the sewer rat sickness last time? I need you to go ahead and roll me a DC 11 Constitution saving throw to see if you barely passed.
No problem.
But sleeping in this dry, warmer building compared to the swamp, you are able to basically clean yourself up enough to get rid of sewer plague. So you are no longer under the effects of sewer plague, which can be a real pain in the ass, turns out. If you fail that enough,
No
you
longer
get
plaguing you.
right? You can keep getting levels of exhaustion every day until you die, and you only get half
Ugh.
HP back.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Nasty.
you get it from sewer rats, man. But you guys all benefit from a long rest. So you get all your spell slots back, you get all your abilities back, all your HP back, and all that. Bol'bara also benefits from a long rest. And the next day, upon all of you waking up, she is back to normal, like nothing happened. She's looking spry, she's looking good. She's actually left and come back. She went and acquired the ingredients she was actually looking for without any trouble or hassle because there's no guards to arrest her this time. You guys wake up in the morning. You can have a nicer breakfast here than out in the swamp because they have a full kitchen.
Oh, I definitely take advantage of this, and I make a very nice breakfast. And I'm trying to think of like who I like and give 2 hit points to. I don't know. Why don't I just there's what 3 people?
Well, so those are ones they can eat at any time. They don't have to eat them right now. So if they're in the middle of combat, they can just swing it down real quick, and then they get to temp HP, which can keep them alive.
You can just start a food fight and throw one.
Yes.
Yeah, great. I'll do that later.
Okay. So while you're doing that, I actually want you to go ahead and make me a cooking check, which would be a D20 plus proficiency, so plus your I'm gonna say it's gonna be performance because actually no, medicine, because food is medicine. So a D20 plus 6.
I love this so much. Oh my god.
So with a 23, Now go ahead and roll a d10, and for the next, well, until they're gone, or until 24 hours is complete. Jesus, everybody is going to get 10 temporary hit points.
Oh,
And these ones, unlike other temps, these you can stack temporary hit points on top of these, but only the one time. So if you stacked like the snack on top and got 12 total, once those were gone, it's it. You can't stack them. You can only stack on top of these 10 one time. So.
incredible.
So you all, once you benefit from your long rest, you all for the next 20 till your next long rest, or until you lose them, you have 10 temporary hit points from the gourmet breakfast that Odo made
Holy
for you this
crap.
morning.
What did you make? I just want to know.
I'm not really sure what I had like available to make, but I feel like I would have had like a mixture of stuff. I feel like I would have made like an exceptionally good porridge. Like, because I feel like those are ingredients that like they would have had but not really necessarily known how to deal with, like with dried fruits and grains and stuff, and I just make like a ridiculously good porridge is what I feel like I make.
Dang.
I feel like that's kind of lame, but that's what that's what I came up with.
But it's
So
delicious
ridiculous.
and it has like different dried fruits in it and shit, which they
Yeah,
never
yeah,
would have
yeah.
done.
Like
Yeah.
fruits and nuts and like weird spices that like
Heavy on
you're
the
like
cinnamon.
very heavy on the cinnamon.
I love this.
All right. So you make
I'm
your.
rolling a d12.
There you go.
Do-do-do.
So you guys get amazing porridge this morning. And you guys, Bol'bara says, well, with that, it's time that we go. And she starts walking with her tiny little goblin legs. Takes you guys back through the Brokenveil Marsh swamp. Leads you guys all the way through until you make your way back up here to Urzin. And where is my Urzin map? I had it somewhere. Did I? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just making it up. I made it up. I totally didn't have one.
Well, as we start walking, I tell everybody the star that spoke to me last night was Costason. It is the star of Pelor. So today we give thanks to Pelor as we make our way back.
Pelor's all right, I guess.
As you guys eventually make your way back into Urzin, Bol'bara is met with cheers and exasperated sighs of relief at the fact that she has returned alive. And Bufal comes down from his house, his mayoral location, to meet all of you. And he picks up Bol'bara and gives her a spine-cracking hug, which she does not appreciate, but accepts. And you see that he he turns around and waves somebody to come over, and he says, "Like I told you, here's the money." And you each get handed a bag with 50 gold pieces in it each. And then he goes, "And you have your choice of premium weapons." And you soon come to find out that their premium weapons are just standard weapons and armor because they don't have the ability to enchant weapons. So for them, they are just the nicest weapons they have, just not rusted and chipped and broken, but they're still nothing better than what you currently have.
Wait. I do. Sorry. Currently, I think all of my weapons besides my javelin are two-handed weapons. I think. So, is it possible in this premium weapons to get something that is a one-handed weapon that I could use with my shield?
Yeah, do you want like a long sword? Do you want like a battle axe? What kind of thing are you thinking?
It's a very good question.
Because you could get, let's see. So you have the old set. You get a rapier, which would use, I would say, probably a strength weapon because you have bad dex. So You could get a one-handed battle axe, which you can use two-handed if you wanted to. You could get a club. You could get a scimitar. You could get a flail if you wanted a flail, just to be wild. Hand axes. You can get a hammer, a longsword, a mace. Got plenty.
I just whisper to you, if you want the scimitar, you can have my other one.
A war pick.
Is a warhammer an option? I just like smashy thing.
Yes,
Wait,
it
am
is.
I able to wield warhammers? I feel like I
you can
probably
wield
am.
all martial. You can wield all weapons basically.
Cool.
So you can get a warhammer and you can use it with one hand or two hands. It is your preference. You have a longsword on your person.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
but
I
but if you want a warhammer instead of a longsword, we'll just switch them out. Or you can have both if you really want to.
I would like both.
Cool.
I would like to collect weapons
All right. Well,
until I can't carry them anymore.
Yeah. Well, you have your warhammer as well as that. So yeah, it'll show if you look on the sheet, it has the 1d8 plus 3, and then under it's 1d10 plus 3. So you can choose to use it as one-handed or two-handed if you want. So.
Okay.
So, but if you use, but I assume if you're two-handing, you're probably using your great axe.
Yeah. I'm going to try to remember to use a one-handed weapon from now on because I feel like I want to use my shield because she's a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
But I don't know, when she gets raging, I don't know, maybe she just gets real smashy.
I mean, that is a real thing that could happen. But you guys spend, to get back there, it took probably the majority of the day, and since nothing really happened as far as like negative experiences in the swamp, I'm just gonna say you can keep, because you're gonna end up having a long rest here before you can go anywhere. I'll say you can carry those 10 hit points over into the day after, because it's not like anything drastic happened on your way back there. It was a pretty, with a woman who is very familiar with the swamp, since this is where she lives, you were able to just navigate the whole place, the Brokenveil Marsh, with no problem.
You saying that we could have done that if our original guide hadn't been useless as well on the way to get there too?
Yeah. 100%
You know,
could've.
I hate that guy.
I'm 100% gonna rat him out.
He's already back, and he's just hanging out.
Did he just leave us or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh yeah, he just left.
He did dip out.
So
No, I'm 100% calling him out.
He's like, should have paid me more. That's all he says.
I look at the mayor like,
He goes, he's got a point. I only paid him for one day. I didn't pay him for every day. I expected you to pay him since he was your guide.
thanks for letting us know that. It's good that you informed us of that.
I figured he would tell you.
And I look at him and go, thanks for informing us of that. It's good that you told us that before you took off into the swamp, where
Yes.
we had never been before.
You made it back fine. No worries.
if we are traveling back in time, if no one took anything from the chest, could I have taken that ornate handled dagger before we left?
You guys can have all the stuff in the chest on your person.
yeah.
You can split it up
Yeah.
however you want.
I'm not trying to carry.
There was a dagger?
An
man.
ornate
Yeah.
coral-handed
was-
dagger.
Amused that you didn't say anything about that.
Oh, well then I would have asked for the dagger. I blanked on the dagger being there.
It's right there in the chat. But yeah, so you guys
Also,
can
wait, the
split
book
that up if you
too.
want.
That's worth 10 gold. Jeez, yeah. I'll
It's a
take
book.
that.
You know how much
I
magnifying
kind of
glass
want. I
costs?
kind of just want the dagger to be a fancy dagger I can stab people with, not to sell.
Magnifying glass costs 100 gold pieces. Fun fact.
I know. I put it
Dang.
in my inventory and I saw that. I was
It's stupid.
Jesus,
It's
man.
stupid. But yeah, so you guys get your rewards for completing that, and he throws together a larger dinner than you had yesterday for the safe return of Bol'bara. And as evening comes to close, you guys.
Would you have had a chance when we were walking back to like have a quick chat with Balboa about the whole like demon thing?
Yeah. If you were asking her about it, she would basically tell you that she does not recall anything after being resurrected the second time. She remembers being tortured, and after her second death, she reached out to her patron just asking them to end it permanently. And that is the last thing she remembers until she woke up in your hands alive.
Hmm.
Yep. She doesn't
I like how
know.
her reaction is just,
Yeah.
She doesn't know the name of her patron.
Mm.
She just calls her the Shadow Mistress. But
Oh, it's a
that,
girl shadow demon.
yeah.
You
You know
know,
what? Equality. She can.
you know, you rid the world of portraying dog murderers, so I am fine with this patron.
Oh, I remember that. She flashed me in for that split second, and I saw some heads pop, and then
Yes,
it was
it
gone.
was well done. It was well done.
Good. um, but yeah, so you guys make it back. You guys get your stuff from them.
I take slight issue. I don't make it visible, but I take slight issue at any mention of any patron possibly even having any sort of greater power.
That's not what I said. Do I still have the dogs?
They came back with you to the village, and they are going from house to house begging for
Yes.
scraps. Eventually, they find homes.
Okay. I would make sure that they, had
Get
somebody to take care of
themselves adopted.
Two of them actually get adopted by the speaker of the town, and the other
Excellent.
one decides to stay with Balboa
Oh, that's good.
to protect her.
That makes me happy.
So
Yes.
it's this big old mastiff. She could actually ride on it because it's medium and she's small. So
When we get back, I assume, I'm hoping that the town took good care of Tendon, my horse.
oh yeah, Tennant is alive and well, if not brushed a little too firmly.
I go check up on him when we get back.
Fine, he liked it.
I mean, he wasn't mad about it, but it's definitely not the way that you would brush Tendon. But somebody took care of him, so.
Good.
Anything else anybody wishes to do before the end of the evening in this town? Because it took about just under a day to travel back, since you didn't have to rest in the swamp because she knew the shortcut to get back. You got there less time than it took you to get to the fort.
Yes, I would like to level up.
We're getting there.
I would like to just go see if I can
Give
say
me
hello
my
to the
stuff,
tortoise.
yes.
Okay. Do you speak Goblin?
I speak with animals.
It is actually not an animal.
Okay, that's fair.
I feel like we
No, I
learned
don't
that
speak
session
Goblin.
1,
I
but
don't
it's been so
remember.
long since session 1.
Yeah, I don't
Been a month.
remember.
Without finding it specifically on here, I believe it is a gargantuan.
Are they monstrosities?
I think it is actually. I found it.
Probably, yeah.
It
Okay,
is
well that's
a
fine.
gargantuan monstrosity that understands Goblin but cannot speak.
All right, so I just get static.
Yeah,
I try to
basically.
talk to it.
He just
Yeah,
looks at you
that's
like,
fine. Yeah, that's fine.
white noise. And so yeah, you guys can end your evening here. They put you up again for the night, and you feel that as you start to bed down, the actual village starts to move. This is after all the moving village of Urzin, and it has not been moving since you arrived to find Balboa, so that you could get her back here without getting lost. But now you see that the village seems. They explained to you that they tend to travel at night. They move it at night because it's a lot more challenging for ne'er-do-wellers to find them.
Nothing.
But yeah, they shift the village's location at nighttime, so that's a lot harder to track. Although it's a giant moving village on Horizon back tortoises, so it's not hard to miss. But you guys do take a night's rest. Like I said, you'll keep those 10 temporary hit points until your long rest after this, just because that's a really good roll. I don't think you're gonna get it for a while. And yes, you do level up to level 3.
Oh yeah.
So just take max HP again, and after this we will start rolling.
All right.
Rolling,
So if we
rolling.
split up those silver ingots, that's what, 60
You can just change it into
gold
gold if you
piece?
want, so it'd be 62.5 gold apiece.
Okay.
So all in all, you ended up with a 112.5 gold pieces each.
I already
okay.
put in the gold from the first time you said we had gold. So
Oh,
what was
that's fine.
the second one?
62.5. So 62 gold and 5 silver. And then, oh no, your homebrew barbarian class should be there from when I added it. If it's not, I'll just have to add it in there for you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what barbarian are you?
I'm the Path of the Juggernaut,
Ooh, yes.
which counts as homebrew because it's from the new Taldori, I think.
Yeah, and I had to put it
Yeah.
in there, so.
I can learn. Oh, I can prepare 3 more spells.
Yes, and let me ask you this, because you've had a couple of nights. Do you want to try and learn a couple of spells, 1 per day? Or how do you want to, as the wizard, because remember I said that for you, since you're learning spells the wizard way, we'll just do a intelligence save per level that you want to learn, and you can try and learn 1 new spell a day.
Well, is there a thing I spend gold to scribe it down?
I mean, you can do it that way too, but I didn't want to track the golden paper. But if you want to buy spells and do it that way too, you can also do it that way. I'm just giving you another option. If you
Okay,
don't want
hold
to
on.
learn one, that's fine. You don't have to.
Do you know why
hold on.
there's 2 Path of the Juggernauts appearing for me?
Is it not showing up for you?
No, there's it's just that there's 2, and one has a Thunderous Blows and Spirit of the Mountain, and the other one has Thunderous Blows and Warrior of the God.
Oh.
I think the mountain one is the right one.
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
Here, I'll try to learn a spell. I
Well, no,
clicked off to the level.
you get both Thunderous Blows and Warrior of the Gods. You get both of those things.
Oh.
Yeah, so you get your Thunderous Blows, which is once per turn while raging, you can force them to make a strength save. On a failure, they get pushed away from you, and you can choose to immediately move 5 feet into their position. And Warrior of the Gods, you can shrug off blows who would topple you, and you cannot be knocked prone while raging. So you get 2 different things at level 3.
Okay, so it's only showing, like, I have to pick one or the other.
You shouldn't. Because when I'm on it on yours, it says Primal Path, and under it says Thunderous Blows, and under that it says Warrior of the Gods, both 3rd level. Let me check something real quick. Dun, 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 dun. What we'll go ahead and do is, let's just tell everybody what the classes are that you guys are taking, your subclasses, and then I can just end the recording and we can figure it out. Alright, so...
Okay, that works for me too.
So, cool. So we got... What? We'll just go left to right, and we'll go with... let's go with Esther. What are you picking for your
3rd level of Barbarian, and I'm going with my Primal Path, Path of the Juggernaut, and I'm real excited.
Ooh.
Alright, next up on that list, we have Naf.
I am taking a 3rd level wizard, and I still remain blood wizard because I got that at level 2.
Excellent. Next we have Carrie.
3rd level druid, and like Naf, I got my circle of stars 2nd level, so sticking with that, and I'm excited to have another slot for spells.
Excellent. And last but not least, we have Greenie.
I am now finally a creation bard.
Yes!
Excellent. Excellent. Alright, so
well,
with that, we will go ahead and end the recording. The next session that we have will be 2 weeks, so that will be on the 19th. And Call of the Netherdeep officially releases on the 15th, so we should be ready to just roll right into Call of the Netherdeep.
All right.
So,
yes.
Well, if that's game, everyone say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye,
YouTube.
And happy dungeon delving and whatnot and all that.